With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and chill. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shazbin 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to ward because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if I fun. His child's can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is dead to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact and how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here. Welcome to another edition of DSP Bingo. Today is the 17th of October, Monday the 17th of October 2022. And let's start the bingo off by talking about Phil's latest tweet that he made about 13 minutes ago. So people are getting their early review copies of God of War, you know, some game journalists and all that. And you can tell Phil's a bit salty about it, so he tried to make a kind of tongue-in-cheek sort of joke. I'm pleased to announce that I have received my early review copy of God of War Ragnarok, along with everyone else. Note that everyone else, a wee bit salty there. Not surprising, as the last one was my game of the year for 2018, but why does mine look so different from the promo art on the net? And it's this kind of picture he's saying, you know, he has here of like Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what the fuck this is, you know, he probably googled some random fucking thing. You got fucking Mario in front there as well, not shooting Spider-Man. What the fuck is this anyway? Some sort of mishmash amalgamation or some random nonsense. I don't even know if it's a fucking real game or if it's some sort of fucking... I don't know where the fuck I got a shit from, but you can see anyway. To me, from this, I take it he's a wee bit jealous that some people are getting early advanced review copies of this game. You can sense the envy in the tweet. You know, he's trying to make light of the situation. You can sense, you know, he's a wee bit bitter about it, that he's not really relevant enough to be getting like, it's not even the fact that he's not getting it, it's the fact that other people are getting it. So it's not necessarily about him not getting it. He's just not happy about the fact other people are getting something before him. You know, he fucking can't capitalise on the day one shit because other people might get wind of it and might get to see it before he gets to show it off for his audience and try and maximise, you know, attention it on himself. Just like the good old days of fucking YouTube for Phil. What else is there to fucking talk about? Is Phil online yet? Yeah, he's awake. Good morning. Oh, he's no fucking put the stream live yet, but any second now, probably. Any second now, I think the stream's gonna go live. And yeah, I'm just gonna, any second, he will fucking go live and we hear that shitey music playing in the fucking background from his fucking stream. I'm just kind of, any second, I'm just gonna fucking interrupt us and just catch us off guard. What else do we talk about? Phil, yeah, Phil had a kind of rough night last night, technically, because he only got $100. Do we have it here? Is it updated? Yes, it is. So he earned $105 in tips last night. And he had no night stream because he was doing Patreon videos. Although you could arguably conceive that he was doing $250 worth of Patreon videos. Each video for Patreon is $50. He made 5 of those. Therefore, he is basically earning his $250 that was given to him for Patreon. I think it's a very fair conclusion to make. So even though he fucking took a night off from streaming, he was doing $250 worth of work. You know, technically going by his fucking value and metrics. So if Phil tries to pull all that shit off today where he's like, oh, I fucking missed a stream last night so I don't need tips. He was literally doing the work that he's already been paid for. People already gave him the $50 to make a fucking Patreon video. So he's already had that money. He was given that money in advance. Ahead of, as well as the stream's not shit, he was already given the money by 5 separate people, or by Maybe it's fucking, maybe someone requested 2 or 3, so they actually paid more, who fucking knows. But yeah, you can just sense that Phil's going to use any fucking excuse under the sun to try and bitch and whine and moan about not getting enough fucking money from these dentheads in this fucking chat. Oh, he's live. Why can't I hear anything? Oh, there we go. There we go. So what's been said in this chat? What's this? Good morning, DSP Gaming. I was thinking what game you should get on Friday, and I think the best thing is Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, because IGN just put reviews and it gets 9 out of 10. Then Black says, you should probably get Gotham Knights. I think it's a better choice out of the two viewership-wise. Wow, they're fucking contradictory statements. He's like, thank you, both of you. I'm going to make a decision today. So there's something to look forward to, guys. Phil's going to make the big, massive, monumental decision today of what game he'll fucking play on Friday. My balls are quivering at the fucking thought of what game he might fucking play on Friday. Who fucking cares? I'm probably not going to be here Friday, guys, by the way. Heads up. I might be here, I might not be here. It depends on what happens with other people IRL. And, you know, in my life. I might be busy Friday, I'm not sure yet. So, whatever happens on Friday, it might... It's usual, fucking no consequence to me anyway, you know what I mean? I don't usually give a fucking shit about Phil. Anyway. But, yeah, I might... I'll see. I'll let you guys know, as usual. But, yeah. So, that's that. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's spin our wheel and determine what our bingo card should be for today. Ready? Let's go. Round and round and round it goes. Where it stops, well, we're going to find it in fucking 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sound good? Sound good as a bingo card choice for today. Fantastic stuff. The centre square, by the way, the centre square today is not Snort. I've made a centre square Weather Talk. It's not in the main card, it's not going to be in the main card, but it's going to be in every single card technically in the centre square, him talking about the weather. He's always bitching and whining and moaning about the goddamn weather. So I think it's a good choice for a centre square today, because apparently this is the first day of proper fucking autumn or fall, whatever. Apparently the sunny days are gone, so he's likely going to fucking talk about the weather. Whether in the past tense or bitching about it, or in the present tense where he's fucking happy it's not as hot. I think it's a safe bet. But anyway, Sound Good was our choice for today. I need a number, so we've got 198 different options. Okay, here's what I want, guys. Here's what I want from you guys. I want a number. But it has to contain the number 5. The first number I see in chat with a number 5 involved in it is a card we'll use for today. Naltoronin wins, he got 25. Naltoronin just beat Agreeable Components to it, so the first number I saw with a 5 in it was Naltoronin with 25. He literally just got in ahead of Agreeable Components, unlucky. But yeah, 25 is what we use for the bingo card today. Oops, I went too far, I went 1 too far. There we go. So, the bingo card we've got for today looks like this. On the right hand side card we've got Members, Day Off, Years Ago Story, Comment and Reality. Then we've got New Games, By the Way, Support, Engagement and a Y or a T pose. Then we've got a Chair Creak, him saying Life, Weather Talk, Sound Good and Business. Then we've got No Exaggeration, Family, we've talked about basically him mentioning family, like Jasper or Cat or his fucking parents or even a fucking distant uncle, any family talk or whatever. That being said, him talking about food in general. And example, and the final bottom line is gifted memberships. So that's members and gifted memberships in the same card. You see, Siege Mode, which is where he crosses his arms and talks to you, which is, sometimes he does it readily and sometimes he doesn't do it, it's kind of weird. Addition and Content. I think this is a very strong card. The ones that might be a bit difficult to pull off is, first of all, Business. Business might be a tough one. Just looking at this card right now, Business could be a tough one. I'm also thinking Engagement as well, possibly. Engagement might be a tough one. He sometimes says it and sometimes it's weird. Yesterday he said, what was it he said yesterday so much? I can't even. Sometimes Phil fucking repeats some of these fucking bingo words like so much and it's ridiculous. And sometimes he'll just ignore them when you expect him to fucking say it. It's bizarre. So business, I think I'll be a tough one today. That's the one I'm picking today as being hard to hit. I'm saying business. Let me save the bingo card now before I forget. I forgot to do it one time. It's always haunted me. It forever will. Let me just fucking make sure I sniff. You know, I use, as I said, I use a wee window snipping tool, so I try and get a good wee accurate little crop out when I'm saving it. There we go. That should fucking do. So let me just save this very quickly. Excellent fucking stuff indeed. So that's the bingo card all saved. Fucking fan dabby dozy. As I said, I got a bunch of different resources available on hand to, you know, fucking look at random shit. What's Daki said that Phil responded to? Phil, so Daki, by the way, Daki's a detractor. He's not a usual kind of detractor, but he's a detractor. He's there to wind Phil up. I feel like the viewership / attendance would be higher for Gotham Knights, but support would be higher / more consistent for Rabbits, simply because it's a Nintendo game. Phil responds, highly unlikely that stuff would be free to react without wait. Hang on, what's he responding to? Is Phil responding to this previous thing here? It must be. I thought Phil was responding to fucking this shit. He's fucking responding to this shit instead up here. I was so fucking confused there for a fucking second. Phil's response would make sense. But Phil was responding to this. Think you would ever consider a react event watching some classic G4 or other gaming related shows from back in the day? And Phil's response was how unlikely that stuff would be free to react to without copyright, even though it's so old. I thought the whole premise of fucking Phil reacting to these fucking old adverts is the fact that it's so old and the fucking, you know, copyrights would have expired or some nonsense. So why can't I do it to old game shows as well? I don't know. Okay, anyway, so yeah, but as I said, I got a fucking wealth of resources available today. If I need to fucking search anything, we've got Pig Go. Ah, Christ, man. Normal Freeball is asking what's with that thought search result. What thought search result? I'm not entirely sure what you mean, Normal Freeball. Do you mean on Phil's YouTube history? I seen a screenshot of Phil's YouTube history, and one of the names mentioned was like Lana Kane. And it's not a troll, that's a genuine thing. That was from Phil's YouTube, that was not just popped out of thin air. That legitimately was on Phil's YouTube search history. That's a real thing. And no, I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure who that was, because I know there's... It's one of those things... He searched Lara Kane, I think, which is an unknown person. Although I think Lana Kane is a real person, and it's I think they're I have no idea who they are, but apparently the Derek would like them. That's what I was told. Kiwi Farms a source. I mean, I've got Kiwi Farms open here. I'm not entirely sure. Should we just go to the most recent fucking page? Hey, piece of peace. What up, buddy? Yeah, it may have been blah 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 blah. Is there somewhere online? Some poor guy in Kiwi Farms is there somewhere online where tips are getting tracked. This man had no idea that a tips tracker existed. This is why I fucking try and shill the tips tracker by piece so often, because there's some people that aren't even aware this beautiful little tool exists for detractors like me and you to fucking track this shit. Piece of peace does a fucking whole lot of work into this shit, man, and it's the more people that know about it, the fucking better. Hey Dash, how you doing, pal? Blah 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 blah. Does someone tell Phil about the 2,500 fine thing? I know it's been walked by. Yeah, Phil did know about that, yeah. As I said, I don't think Dash, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, pal. It's a frustrating when I have days like that, to be fair, you know what I mean? If you're feeling... It's just sometimes I have days like that, don't we? It's annoying. As I said, I don't know how far back I'd have to fucking go on this to see Phil's like... Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Lara Kane 1990. Okay, so hang on. The original post. The original post is this one. So this is Phil. This is legit from the source. It's a screenshot from Phil's YouTube, you know, react video, and this is his history. He got Sunny V2, so you can tell that Phil looked up the guy that fucking shit over him. He searched a YouTuber who made a video when he was part of his compilation, and he came 4th place in the worst, you know, worst reputations or some pish. He actually searched the guy and fucking made videos to him. And he searched himself as well, which because he's, his DSP, he's kind of vain like that. Searched Wings of Redemption, searched Frederick Knudsen, The Awesomeman, and then Lara Kane 1990. Retro Halloween game music, Review Tech USA, Lol Cow, June the King Keemstar. But yeah, that random one in there, Lara Kane 1990 that's a legitimate one. That was not just the detractors making up stuff, that was all Phil. Lara Kane 1990. Although, from the 5th of October. Oh, that's what it was! This might have been why I searched it, because from the 5th of October. Lara Kane 1990. He would have searched, so somebody had a YouTube account called Lara Kane 1990, and Phil searched it. That is why it showed up in Phil's YouTube history. He was searching that user. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a great spot from the Petite. That's fucking fantastic, that is. Hi Philip, I'm Lara. I'm a friend of Catherine's from work. She told me about your stream. I can't talk in the chat for some reason. Nice to meet you. And so he searched that username on his YouTube. And it's because YouTube history can art keeps track of history, it showed up in his history. Oh, that is beautiful. The bitch you banned for the crime of being Cat's friend. Did Phil actually ban her? Did Phil lean this person? What happened when you looked her up, Phil? What did you see? These are the first two results. We searched Lara Kane. I can confirm that myself. I searched myself, and those are the first two results I fucking found as well. That is glorious. Okay, I didn't expect that wee fucking gem. I'm so glad I'm so glad I came onto Kiwi Farms now. Fuck man, that's a great wee find. Okay. Right. So, we're still waiting for Phil to go live. He's currently at 486 members, as you guys can see. He needs to hit 600 members by, well, technically he needs to hit 600 by the end of the month. However, he's going to lose 100 more members on the 23rd, which is this coming Sunday, I believe. So yeah, if Phil does not hit 600 by Sunday, I imagine that 600 target is looking extremely unlikely to get hit at all. Because he'll go from under 500 to under 400. So, that's why I think having members and gifted memberships on the Bingo card today is a good thing. I think it bodes well. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop blathering. I'm going to let you guys enjoy some Meerkat music while Phil goes live, and I'll get the stream properly set up. But it's going to be a nice bit of fun there on Kiwi Farms and everything else, and I'll say we can fucking get off this shit now. No other fresh tweets from Phil. Oh, I tweeted about the stream. Good morning all, it's time for a full day of streams like usual. Join me for an informative episode of the Level 1 podcast where we'll talk news and more. Then it's the conclusion of The Evil Within and maybe some bonus content if we finish early. Fucking boring ass shit. Same old shite. Right, okay, I'm going to turn the music up, I'll mute myself, and yeah, you guys can enjoy some Meerkat music while we wait for Phil to go properly live. So I'll get set up, and you guys can enjoy some peace and quiet for a wee temporary spell.
Band. Gone. Bitch, fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother. Alright guys, how about this? How about everyone relax and let me play the fucking game and stop derailing my stream? Maybe I don't give a fuck that someone maybe in here who you're accusing of being someone else who was previously banned. Maybe I just want to play the game and I don't fucking care about you guys derailing. Like, there's people watching this stream right now, they're trying to watch me play the game. Here's everyone in the chat. There's someone in the chat who's someone else who might have been previously banned. They might be saying racist things to do that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm looking at the chat for the last 5 to 10 minutes. None of that is happening in the chat. None of it. It's just you guys screaming. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to. One of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's day off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups, Meerkat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife, can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife, can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tonight with tips. If you can. Just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term. But right now, I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But
Okay guys, Phil is going live right now. Brace yourselves, prepare your buttocks. Phil is going live right now. His dumbass wee intro is playing, as you can fucking see. And you guys know the fucking drill by now. Tag me in chat in case I fucking miss something on the bingo card. I'm prone to missing things at times because I am a dumb bastard. I can't help it, you know, it's just how I am. But yeah, we'll hopefully get a full 25 out of 25 today. It'd be fucking nice if we get a full house bingo. So yeah, fingers crossed, here we fucking go. Good fucking luck, guys. Let's fucking go.
good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we're busy having fun way down here on Level 1. Good morning. How is everyone? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you officially to the first day of fall. That is right. Today is the first day of autumn. Well, actually, now it actually finally is. Because it did become autumn here in the United States almost a month ago. The problem was, here where I live in Washington State, we had week after week after week of absolutely unseasonably warm weather. We had full sun, beaming heat this past weekend that just ended. We had the hottest weekend on record in 130 years. That's not good. And I took out my air conditioners a month ago because I got a $400 electric bill the month before, and I was like, I just can't afford this. It's so hot, and we have these air conditioners pumping so much that I just can't keep doing this anymore. I had to take it out. And then I sweated it out for a whole freaking month. I mean, take a look at the stuff I've done over the last month. One week I did a react to the Keemstar documentary. I literally caught heat exhaustion during that. And then after that, I was doing The Evil Within, and I felt sick. I had to run out of here and get a Coke, which I never do. I never drink soda because basically my body was so depleted of energy from being in the debilitating heat in this office that I had to get out of here. And then this last weekend, thank God, this last weekend I was doing spooky stuff, doing the Rob Gavigan react, and then yesterday again playing Evil Within. I actually left the lights off in the office because I wanted to keep the temperature down. It was 87 degrees outside yesterday. What the frick is going on? This global warming, how can you deny it? You'd have to be an asshole. This is the hottest it's been in so long. It's not supposed to be like this.
I mean, if Phil's argument is that the current heat wave is caused by global warming, does that mean there was global warming 130 years ago? Because his logic was it's not been this hot on record since 130 years. So is he trying to argue that global warming happened 130 years ago? That's what I'm trying to see here. I'm trying to use Phil's logic here to see if he's fucking equating global warming what happened 130 years ago. Because he's blaming it now. He's saying this reason now for this being happening. And then he fucking says it's not been this hot in 130 years. So logically speaking, he's saying that global warming was a big factor and a big problem 130 fucking years ago. I'm just saying that's the argument he's setting out here, it looks like.
It's supposed to be moderate and tolerant out here. That's why I moved here 8 years ago. And it seems like ever since I moved here, it's gotten worse and worse every year. All right, but
no, pal. You moved out there for fucking 8 years ago. Not fucking, you know, the main factor was not the fucking weather. It's because you thought you wouldn't have to fucking pay as much in fucking taxes. You dumb bastard. You thought you were gonna have fucking less money to pay in fucking taxes.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says, I've been sitting here during the 112 degrees. Whiner. Fucking mean, man. That's too much. Too hot. My fucking balls would be too sweaty, man, in that fucking heat. No way. I can tell right now the current temperature, not in outside anyway, the current weather temperature where I am right now, apparently is 12 degrees Celsius. I'm not going to try and work out Fahrenheit, I can't be arsed, but it's 12 degrees Celsius where I am right now. Having said that, it is 7:15 at night in Scotland, so there you go.
anyway, here's the good news. It's finally over. As of this morning, all of that is done. We now have officially hit autumn weather, and moving forward, we are going to have cooler temperatures. We are going to have clouds and rain. We're going to have all of this like we're supposed to have been having for the last month, starting this week. So I'm.
The Grimness says, keeps his electronics on 24/6, wears paper plates, wastes food like a mofo, complains about global warming. Yeah, Phil's a bad example of this, man. He keeps his electronics on. No, it's 24/7, right? Also 24/6. I was thinking you're trying to take into account his day off, but the fact of the matter is, Phil, even when he's fucking not there on his day off, he will leave all that shit on anyway. He rarely turns that shit off, if ever. He keeps everything on, so it's really fucking accessible and available. And some people do swear. Some people actually do swear by doing this. You know, but it's I don't know why. Personally, I don't like the idea of doing that. I think it's a fucking bad thing to do. You need to fucking take care of your fucking equipment and electronics. Some people think 12 degrees Celsius is 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Fair enough. Fact of the matter is, it's fucking Scotland. It's been raining all fucking day. We're back to normal here. You know, it's fucking bleak and miserable, and it's a bit colder, and it feels like fucking normal. It's okay, not to fucking bore people with fucking weather talk, but from like late June to you know, maybe most of September, it was fucking brilliant. There's so much fucking sunshine, it was unbelievable in Scotland. It was like, wow, this is fucking, why are we getting such great weather all the fucking time? Usually get 1 week of summer and that's it. We had like several months of very good weather.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Bells, for Super Chat. It says, channel saved! He won't ruin the stream equipment, sweating all over it. Yeah, that's a fucking great point. Phil's fucking flabby pig sweat won't fucking splash all over his fucking electronics. It'll just be fucking Jasper tap dancing it instead and try to fucking chew the wires or some push. Chris Danks says, hello chat. Hello Chris Danks, how you doing? And give more blood. Is saying Scotland is wetter than Panda. Well, that's a fucking lovely mental image. Shout out to Panda.
Excited for that. Obviously, I'm happy. We're finally hitting real fall weather here, which I need. Just so you guys know, this room has so many electronics in it in a confined area. It's a small room. It's not a large room that I broadcast out of. And just in this room, in front of me, I've got my laptop, my webcam, this microphone, my little box over here. I forget what it's called, a receiver box with this microphone or whatever, and converts the audio so you can plug into my PC. My PC, which is huge. 2 monitors over there. My cable modem / router. And all the, you know, peripherals that go over there, including, you know, my printer and all of that. Over there, I got a lamp. I got a fan. Over here, I got a phone, landline phone. Over here, we got all my consoles, including my PS5 and my Xbox Series X, which are still actively plugged in and used on a daily basis. My television. To my right, I have my little receiver unit for when I'm playing on my PS5 to get audio out of it. I got my wireless keyboard. I got my neck phones, which sit around my neck all day. My controller. All these electronics in a small confined area create a ridiculous amount of heat stuffiness in the air and dust and other things that make it kind of unhealthy to be in here unless you've got fresh air coming through. I need to have cooling air in here. If it's hot outside, this office heats up by no exaggeration about 20 degrees hotter in the afternoons than it is outside. And when that sun is beating on the front wall of my home, it literally heats up like an Adobe oven, you know? Like, think about the homes they used to build out of earth and clay. That's pretty much what happens to this room. To the point where it could be dangerous. Like I said 2 weeks ago, I fully believe I had heat exhaustion. I had a splitting headache for 3+ days. I would just shake my head like this, and I could feel my brain swelled pushing against my skull, moving it around like that. So, the good news is, it's over. All right? Maybe next year, I got to handle things differently. If it really looks like it's going to continue to be hot, I may have to keep my air conditioners in throughout the month of September and halfway into October, but that's another $400 bill for me. So I guess we're going to see what happens. It was not good. Let's just put it that way. But I'm very happy now that we're at a point where it's over. Like I said, today it's supposed to be in the 60s. Partial clouds, so there's going to have some sun, but a lot of clouds out there. Later in the week, it's going to be in the 50s and rain, which is what we need. We've had one of the lowest precipitation years we've ever had on record here in Washington State. And I'm definitely happy that we're going to start getting precipitation and real fall weather again. My wife and I both love fall weather. It's actually our favorite season of the year. So the good news is we're finally at the beginning of the fall here in Washington. And the other good half of that news is that we're actually about to hit the beginning of the...
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Super Chat. Black Major says, if his brain was truly swelling, he'd be dead. I mean, yeah, Phil fucking... This is fucking typical of Phil. Phil fucking over-exaggerates to the fucking max the slightest wee fucking things in life that affect him. He fucking thinks an extremely fucking horrendous day is, you know, fucking roadworks, making him having to fucking walk an extra 5 steps to the fucking front door somewhere.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Wells, who Super Chat says, but Phil kept spending it like it was a rainy day fund. Yeah, Phil shouldn't be fucking complaining. There's no rain for so long, so technically he should have had so much extra money because there was no fucking rainy days for him to spend money on. Remember, Phil legitimately thought for the longest fucking time, and I think he might still believe it, that a rainy day fund was fucking money that was to be used specifically for days when it was fucking raining. He thought it was a literal meaning sort of thing. He genuinely thought rainy day funds was, you fucking spend this money when it rains. This is a fucking Mr. Valedictorian over here. It fucking can't understand normal human phrases. But that's what I'm saying, no, it's had no rain. There's been no rain in Seattle for so fucking long, so really he should not have had no reason to spend that fucking money because it hasn't rained. I'm just using Phil logic here, that's all. But yeah, Phil, I'm going back to Black Major earlier fucking Super Chat. Phil has a fucking... He's very prone to exaggerating the shit of any slight thing that happens in his fucking life and turn it into some sort of fucking disaster or some sort of drama thing. If I can get a slight headache, my brain fucking swelled, you know. I was a bit hot in the office, I nearly fucking died from heat exhaustion. He fucking really pushes it to the fucking max to try and get sympathy and pity from his fucking fans and seeing the fucking turns into fucking contributions. He's pulling out every single fucking trick in the book to try and squeeze as much out of those fans as possible. Squeeze and fucking drive from fucking contributions. Let me rewind like 5 seconds. By the way, Black Mage, I hope you're doing well with the COVID recovery, but I hope you and your mother. So Black Mage was not feeling well with COVID, and so was his mother. So hopefully they're feeling better. And same for Dashi. I hope Dashi's on the mend as well, because I know they too were trying to recover from the COVID. So if you're struggling with the COVID or whatever, I do hope you're on the mend, or anything else in general. But yeah.
Is that we're actually about to hit the beginning of the gaming season of the fall as well. All right, technically you can argue it started back on Friday with the release of Scorn, but I've had other odds and ends that I needed to do this weekend, including the Rob Gavigan React Marathon. Yesterday I could only do one stream simply because I had to do a lot of stuff for patrons, which we'll talk about in a moment. I'm finally back today, full-time streaming, full day of streams, and we'll talk about that in a second so you guys would know what's going on. But basically, we're in a situation where tomorrow is where the big gaming season begins. Tomorrow we have the release of Plague Tale Requiem. I always want to say Innocence. I literally always want to say Plague Tale Innocence, and then I remember, no, it's Requiem. It's the sequel, which I think everyone is excited for. Plague Tale Innocence was a shockingly good game. No one expected it to be as good as it was when it came out. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? People were just, blown away by the quality of the game, and I was one of them. I never expected that it was going to be as good as it ended up turning out, and it just ended up exceeding all kind of expectations. Great graphics, really interesting plot with very dark, plot lines, gore, horror, and really neat, unique gameplay elements and puzzles. It was pretty fun. I had a great time with it, and I'm actually excited to jump into the new one tomorrow on Game Pass, which is another awesome thing that it's on Game Pass this time around. So, by the way, if you're wondering why it looks like I'm going nuclear, it's because right now outside, the sun has just come out through the clouds temporarily because the whole sky is cloudy, so it must be just breaking through. Like I said, it's gonna be partially cloudy today. But yeah, because it's doing that, the camera's going crazy with light adjustment, so it's making me look like I'm glowing and stuff, and then it goes away, so I look normal again. It's gonna be doing that. There's nothing you can do about that. So I am very excited for Plague Tale. I hope that you guys are too. That starts tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm also going to resume my Scorn playthrough. Although that's not a huge deal, the game's very short. The game's only 5 to 6 hours long. I'm already 2.5 to 3 hours into it. I very well might beat it within 1 or 2 more short streams of it. So it's not necessarily that big of a deal. And by the way, I don't think too many people are going crazy for the game. Most people who played it are kind of like, nah, it's disappointing. So I am looking forward to more of that. And then, of course, later on this week, on Friday, it's a double new release day, and I need to make a decision. Am I going to play the new Mario plus Rabbids? I think it's called Sparks of Hope or something like that. Or am I going to play Gotham Knights? And let me tell you guys, I've been weighing and balancing the options here in my head. I've been listening to your feedback over the past couple of days. I am actually going to make a determination by the end of today. Because I feel that there's pros and cons to both. I feel that there's people who want to see both. There's people who are going to be disappointed with both. So I'm balancing all these options in my head right now. And I'm going to decide. So please, today's your last chance. If you have not yet given me your opinion on which of these games you want to see me play starting on Friday, now would be the time. All right, I need your opinions, and here's why. I can only play one. I'm already going to have Plague Tale going. There's no way I'm beating Plague Tale in 2 days. It's going to be a much longer game than that. So I'm going to have to balance Plague Tale with whichever other game I start playing on Friday. But then I only have a week to play Plague Tale and whatever game I choose for Friday, because a week after that is the release of the Resident Evil 8 DLC, which is both story and online play, and then also Modern Warfare 2, which has a campaign and has a lot of online gameplay. So, with all that coming up, I definitely feel like I can only play one game right now. Now, don't worry, if there's, let's say, for example, let's say I choose Mario and I don't play Gotham Knights. That doesn't mean I'm not playing Gotham Knights, it just means I'm not playing it now. There will be ample opportunity later this year, after all the new releases of November and the first half of December, when things start to calm down, then I could jump in and play whatever game I didn't play. Same thing, if I choose Gotham Knights on Friday, I could easily play Mario plus Rabbids later on this year as well, as a more chill playthrough later on in the year. But essentially, I can only play one of the two.
Apparently, Phil said comment, and Trent's not sure. He thinks he said comment, but fuck! I need fuck it. I'll just rewind like a whole minute or so. Raven just here to call him a bitch. That's probably the fucking best part. That whole fucking thing that Pixar made. The fucking drive-by just walking by. Nah, he's just a bitch. It's funny every time.
And I'm going to decide. So please, today's your last chance. If you have not yet given me your opinion on which of these games you want to see me play starting on Friday, now would be the time. All right, I need your opinions, and here's why. I can only play one. I'm already going to have Plague Tale going. There's no way I'm beating Plague Tale in 2 days. It's going to be a much longer game than that. So I'm going to have to balance Plague Tale with whichever other game I start playing on Friday. But then I only have a week to play Plague Tale and whatever game I choose for Friday, because a week after that is the release of the Resident Evil 8 DLC, which is both story and online play, And then also Modern Warfare 2, which has a campaign and has a lot of online gameplay. So with all that coming up, I definitely feel like I can only play one game right now. Now, don't worry. If there's, let's say, for example, let's say I choose Mario and I don't play Gotham Knights. That doesn't mean I'm not playing Gotham Knights. It just means I'm not playing it now. There will be ample opportunity later this year, after all the new releases of November and the first half of December, when things start to calm down, then I could jump in and play whatever game I didn't play. Same thing, if I choose Gotham Knights on Friday, I could easily play Mario plus Rabbids later on this year as well, as a more chill playthrough later on in the year. But essentially, I can only play one of the two. And just to reiterate why this is such a tough decision, I don't think either choice is perfect. If I play Mario plus Rabbids, do you want to know the truth? I do feel it's going to be the better game. I love the last Mario plus Rabbids game from, what is it, like 5 years ago? I thought it was unique, it was exciting, it was interesting gameplay elements, the story was quite good, all right? But the gameplay plays like XCOM. Those who've played XCOM or seen XCOM know it's not a riveting game. It's very, very strategy-oriented. It's slow-moving. You have to pace out and plan out each and every little move on the grid when you're doing combat. And even though I really loved Mario plus Rabbids, within 2 sessions of the game, people were bored. And I lost more than half of my viewership for that playthrough. And for the rest of that playthrough, which, by the way, the game was lengthy. I remember it being very long. The only reason that I was able to keep up with that playthrough the way that I did was because, number one, it was actually during a slower time of the year. At that time, I want to say it was like early fall. It was either like summer or early fall, I believe, when I was playing it. So there wasn't a lot of other competition of other games to be played. And in addition, I did have a small group of very dedicated viewers and fans who liked that playthrough. And I mean small. You know, normally on a stream I get what? For a new game, 300 to 400 viewers, maybe some more. That game I was barely getting 200, okay? But I particularly remember in that small group, there was a few small people who supported it in droves. They were coming to every stream and they were doing cheers and tipping. Keep in mind, this is back when I was on Twitch. So they were making those streams manageable and supportable and maintainable. If it weren't for that small group of people, that playthrough would have been dead and I would have had to drop it, you see? And I don't like making those decisions, especially when I'm enjoying a game, but not only am I doing this for the fun of gaming, but I'm also running a business and I have to make important decisions like that. So, knowing full well Mario plus Rabbids is the better game doesn't necessarily mean that Mario plus Rabbids will be the better playthrough. It very well may be boring to the majority of my audience, and half the time I'm playing it next week, people would complain that it's boring and not show up. Now, I'm in the midst of the busiest gaming season of the year. I need to be bringing people to the channel. The point of me covering all the hot new games is to make sure that I'm getting more attention for DSP Gaming, especially because we have had a very slow summer where it was very hard to maintain the viewership I had simply because there was nothing new coming out that was a consensus was good. So because of that, it was hard to bring anyone new to the channel. That's why memberships dwindled. That's why attendance was lower on a lot of streams, as I was essentially doing the Summer of Retro 2.0. I need to be bringing people to the channel now playing the new games. Okay? So, what's the other option? Gotham Knights. Now, you might think Gotham Knights is a slam dunk. You know, it's supposedly going to be in the vein of a spiritual successor to the Arkham series. It's Batman. People love Batman. It's going to have combat. It's going to be action-focused. Of course, you'll probably have some interesting stuff with supervillains. What's not to like? Except when you start diving a little deeper and you look at all the information about this game and you realize, first of all, it's made by the studio that made Arkham Origins, not the Arkham Trilogy. This is a studio that made the game that most people say is nowhere near as good as the Arkham Trilogy. I personally thought Arkham Origins was a joke and almost felt like a fan service game made by a bunch of fans of Arkham, not by professional game devs. The game was full of bugs. The game literally only played like Arkham because they actually borrowed the gameplay elements of Arkham. They borrowed the code. They were allowed to. They didn't even make the code for the combat. So, of course, it had good elements because they were stolen from the other games. But everything they did that was original kind of was unpolished, buggy, and not very impressive. I actually felt like it was really poor compared to the mainstream Arkham Trilogy. In addition, everything in this game is now pointing towards it being a co-op game, meaning the whole game was designed that you team up with someone else to beat up all the criminals in Arkham. There is no counter button in the game. I want to repeat myself. You can't counter attacks in Gotham Knights. All you can do is dodge out of the way. It's taking away a critical gameplay element that everyone enjoyed in the Arkham franchise. Why? I don't get that. It's like they're trying to be original, but in their effort to be original, they're literally adding in things no one asked for and removing things everyone likes. That's not necessarily the way to make a good game. And, you know, a lot of people who've been watching the footage of it and seeing the trailers and the previews are very critical and saying it doesn't look very good. It might be unpolished. It might be a mess, similar to Arkham Origin. However, someone actually apparently got a copy of the game early. I guess they bought it from a store that was dumb and they gave it to them like, you know, almost a week early. And they didn't post up any spoilers on the internet like video-wise, but they said they played through the introduction of the game and they love it, that the game actually looks great. And I think that the game got a bad rap with what was being put out on the internet because after having played through a couple of hours of it, they're actually having a blast with it and it seems really, really good. Can you trust that? I don't know, you know. So I don't know. Again, here's the thing. undoubtedly, if I play Gotham Knights, probably the premiere and maybe another stream will get more interest and attendance than I feel that Mario plus Rabbids would. Will it retain viewership? Or will this be a case where the game is so bad no one wants to watch it because it's a boring grind fest of combat and everyone's bored, no one cares anymore? Sometimes when you play a game like that, it could be it's so bad it's a good situation. The game's so bad it's fun to play and make fun of.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Prophet, for the super chat. It says, what a coincidence. Phil doesn't counter a parry in Street Fighter either. That's a sick burn, Prophet. You don't have to go that low to fucking take a shot at Phil like that. But yeah, Phil, you know, when I was blocking, dude, I was blocking that. Nothing I could do, dude. I was blocking that. How did he hit me? Come on, my move went right through him. And so on, and so on, and so on. Just the usual sort of fucking nonsense gibberish from Phil and his excuses whenever he's getting his arse kicked in a fighting game. Am I quick taking it, by the way? I can understand why some people are annoyed about, you know, the Batman game not having a counter button anymore, but because it's one of those things where the fighting all seemed quite insane to watch and play in these Batman games, you know, because you can fucking do like combos. You can get like, you know, triple digit combos for like hits, consecutive hits.
Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I'll just finish this point I was on because this sounds why. But as I'm saying, no, to me, even though it seemed kind of fun for the Batman games to kind of play like that, it also seemed to kind of came across as almost maybe, is it not too easy sometimes playing Batman games where you got every button? So it seems very fucking easy to beat the shit out of like 20 people at once. Even though it does also seem quite satisfying to do it, because also it sounded great when you're fucking doing it, not shit, you know, it just has great feel. But at the same time though, is it not, they're trying to make it a bit more challenging, I guess, by removing the counter button. It actually makes it a bit tougher, it seems. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know, that's just my take on it. It might work well, it might not work well, who knows. Anyway, thank you very much, Black Mesh, for super chat as well. It says, Gotham Knights is not an Arkham sequel. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League is both set in the Arkham universe and developed by Rocksteady. So there's some information dumped there from Black Mage. As I said, I don't keep track of these things, you know what I mean? Truth be told, I'm not fucking passionate about games these days to try and keep track of it, you know. Obviously, Phil has to do this for his fucking job. This is Phil's job, this is his living. And he's fucking also got to try and keep, you know, his fucking finger on the pulse of what's fucking relevant, you know, to try and stay relevant. There's once upon a time I used to fucking care about, you know, the latest gaming news and that shit, but nah, I'm some fucking old bastard. He says, you want to know the fucking newest game I'm playing? The newest game I'm playing in terms of what I've just recently sunk my teeth into? Fallout 4. It was on sale on Steam. So I was like, you know, 75% off or something pish. Well, it says I got it for less than £5. First ever time I'm playing Fallout 4. So yeah, I don't really pay attention to new games as much these days. You know what I mean? I'm busy just trying to enjoy Fallout 4 and getting my head around that, and it's a mind fuck. Am I playing it with mods? So far I'm playing it clean, no mods whatsoever. I'm just trying to understand how to survive. Essentially, I'm so brand new to the fucking game. But yeah, I'm just getting my head around fucking that nonsense. I know you can go crazy with the mods in Fallout 4, but yeah, I might look into that at some point. I just want to play it clean first, you know, for the very first time I'm playing the game. I just kind of want, like, you know, the first couple of times anyway, and just normal clean run, you know, playthroughs, and then I'll probably mess a bit with mods. So I know you can get some crazy mods with it.
That's happened many times over the years, you know, with playthroughs that I've done. Oh man, I really bought a groaner here, a disappointing game. Well, let's suffer through it. Then it can hit my most disappointing games of the year countdown, right? So I don't know what's going to happen, and that's what I mean. I have to make a decision. And like I said, don't worry. I'm going to make my determination by the end of today. And already I see people in the stream chat are weighing in on their own, you know, opinions on what should be done here. No matter what I choose, I'm not saying I'm absolutely never playing the other game. All I'm saying is for now it has to go on hold. Because allow me now, because I haven't done this in a few weeks, to give you guys a preview. A preview. And hold on one second. What I would like to do here is read through the rest of the game release schedule for the year. Okay? So here we go. So,
oh, no again.
Gotta make my decision between Mario plus Rabbids and Gotham Knights for this Friday.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No.
The week after,
I'm fast forwarding.
It's going to be Resident Evil 8 DLC and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I'm fast forwarding.
Okay? The week after that is Sonic Frontiers on November 8th. But then the week after, or the day after that, not the week, one day after Sonic Frontiers, is the release of God of War Ragnarok on November 9th. 2 days after that, the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection on November 11th. Now, admittedly, a lot of you might say, why are you caring about that? Because I grew up playing Atari. That was actually my first home game console, was the Atari 7800. And a lot of games in this collection are games from my childhood. What I'd like to do is get that collection, and in between all the new releases, do a chill stream every once in a while, where I actually play through some of the games from my childhood and share that with you. I think that'd be pretty meaningful to me, and I think to the audience as well that actually cares about me to see the game.
Motherfucker said meaningful. You the son of a bitch. Okay, I'm slowing it down again. I'll slow it back. It's not just a fucking list, you know. It's actually fucking explaining the fucking list, you know. I mean, he actually fucking said meaningful again. You know, no, 1.5 speed. Fuck it. That was 1.75. You're hearing before 1.5.
Games, the formative games that made me a fan of games when I was a child. All right, so definitely not something that's going to be a mainstream playthrough, but something that could be good for variety to throw in on night streams. Okay. November 17th, Goat Simulator 3. November 18th, The Devil in Me, the next and latest game from the Dark Pictures Anthology horror series. November 18th, the same exact day as The Devil in Me, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. November 22nd, Evil West. All right, so just to recap, in the month of November, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 freaking games, 6 of which arguably are pretty darn hype. Okay, so this is what I mean. Like, oh, why don't you just play either Gotham Knights or Mario plus Rabbids right after the other game? When? November will literally be jam-packed with other games. December 2nd, Midnight Suns. December 2nd, Callisto Protocol. December 13th, Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion and High on Life. So you see, even the first half of December this year is going to be crazy busy. You see, it's just out of control, honestly, the amount of stuff going on this year. So with that being said, you know, holy crap, this is going to be a wild ride until, say, mid to late December. I'm going to be busy with constant, non-stop new release stuff. You know, and yes, I am, obviously, I'm very excited for that, but I think what will happen is near the end of the year or early January, all right, that's when I'll have a little bit of downtime to possibly check out some of the games that I did not get to play. Maybe new Tales from the Borderlands, either Gotham Knights or Mario plus Rabbids, among others that maybe I kind of had to skip because there was just no way that I was going to be able to actively play all that stuff. Okay, so that's the deal. So I will think about this over the course of today. Please share with me your opinions, all right, on what you want starting Friday. So now allow me to share with you the schedule for the week. Today, it is the conclusion of The Evil Within, which is excellent. This is the absolute perfect time to finish the game. We are on the precipice of nonstop new releases starting tomorrow. Let's finish up the final retro game of this season. I'm happy I played it again because there's a lot I didn't remember about this game, although there was a lot that I did remember. I still kind of feel the same as I did 8 years ago. It's a good game with some atmospheric and psychological horror parts. There's also parts that absolutely suck because they're just grindy combat, which really doesn't seem to make sense in a game like this. So it's kind of a combination for me. Some of it I really like and some of it I really just don't like. Today is the conclusion, and if I'm remembering correctly, this is the final gauntlets of enemies to the point where I got really frustrated with the game in my original playthrough. You have to fight multiple bosses at once. You have to take on tons of waves and gauntlets of enemies at the very tail end here. And then the end is a mindfuck that's a cliffhanger ending with no determining answers. Now, luckily, they did release a series of DLCs over the course of the next year that answered all of the plot holes. By the end of the 3rd DLC, you actually fully understood the plot. This was the time that games were infamous, about 8 to 10 years ago, for doing DLC endings that you need to pay for to see how it ends, which is bullshit. Games such as Azura's Wrath were infamous for having a cliffhanger ending that wasn't the true ending of the game, and then you had to spend additional money to actually get your story conclusion. That is absolutely unacceptable. And this practice, luckily, did end and stopped happening in games, but it was very synonymous with the time 8 years ago. And I hate to say it, Shinji Mikami jumped on that bandwagon, and a lot of people had to buy the DLCs to see the ending, and they did. They liked the game. They wanted to see how it all ends and not spend more money, which is kind of bullshit. So as you're going to see today as we finish the game, if all you've seen is watching me play this playthrough and nothing else, you're going to be like, scratching your head, like, what just happened, and what do we do, and what the, huh? I'll do my best to try to explain as much as I can, but even then, there's stuff that I'm going to not remember fully. But I will do my absolute best to try to explain it all to you guys, so that there's not, because I can't play the DLCs. Here's the thing. Number one, I don't have time. And number two, I don't own them on the Xbox, which is where I'm playing this game. I have the rights to them only on PlayStation, but I bought The Evil Within physically, not digitally, so I don't own the game on PlayStation. I would have had to rebuy it rather than play it on Game Pass like I did, so obviously that would be really stupid. So I didn't do that. I played it on Xbox, but I don't have the rights to the DLCs. I couldn't even play them if I wanted to. I'm certainly not rebuying them, okay? So, for all intents and purposes, today will be the conclusion of The Evil Within. Now, if we end early, which we might, because I don't remember exactly how much is left in the game, we have options. If we end early, we could do Q&A, where I just kind of do a special Q&A video with you guys and we hang out. If you guys want me to, we could actually attempt to do a little bit of Overwatch 2. I know this is something that has failed literally every time I've attempted it. But if you guys wanted to see me try to play it again and jump in, hopefully the servers would work and my content would actually be unlocked properly, and maybe I'd play it for a little bit. Because, again, I don't know how much is left in the game. It may very well be an hour and we're done, or it could be the whole stream. I'm not sure. So I guess we'll see, but... excuse me. I'll leave it to your hands to determine. Let's see how long it takes for me to beat the game, and we'll go from there to judge, okay? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, Monday Night Bites. Normally this would be Sunday night. Last week it was Tuesday night. This week it's Monday night. It's time for fishing. Bassmaster Chill. Last week, I had a record-breaking week in Bassmaster. I bought 2 new lures per the recommendation of a viewer, and I caught non-stop fish. I was catching record-breaking fish. I was catching new varieties of fish I had never seen before. I think we counted 80 fish in the 120 minutes that I played. We caught 80 fish. That's nuts. Now, I don't know if these lures are going to continue to work like that, or if it was just dumb luck, or if it was just that lake or that special session. But I hope you guys will join me tonight and chill with me. As you know, when I do Bassmaster, it is very much more about us talking, interacting, and having a chill stream rather than anything else. And just to be quite frank and honest with all of you, we have so many new releases on the horizon. It's very possible that I'm going to have to either reduce the amount of or retire the chill streams for a while to focus on the new releases. Remember, the reason that we have chill streams in the rotation is to fill time during a time when I have time to fill. It's not meant to be there to be a staple of my content at all times. If there's new releases, they always take precedence, and we are heading into the busiest time of the year for game releases. So if I need every stream day and night to continue on with the new release playthroughs, then we're going to do that, okay? So this very well could be one of the last chill streams that I do for a bit. You're not going to want to miss it if you enjoy that chill vibe of those streams, okay? Oh, also, of course, I hope that we can hit the tip skull tonight. We can add a new fishing lure to the hat. We added a giant one last week, which was fun. It'll be cool to add some more colorful and new ones this week as well. Tomorrow is the big new release day. It's Plague Tale Requiem on the first stream and the continuation of Scorn on the late stream. That's going to be fun because it's all horror, all day long, all new releases. That's cool. 2 thumbs up for me. I'm very excited when I get to play non-stop new releases and they're all in a horror theme for October. That's pretty cool. Wednesday, we're going to do another session of Plague Tale Requiem on the first stream. The late stream's up in the air. It could either be more Scorn if we seem close enough that we want to beat the game right away, or we could do Disney Dreamlight Valley. And the reason I say that is because supposedly, from what people have been telling me, Disney Dreamlight Valley is supposed to get its first major update tomorrow. And if this is true, excuse me, if this is true, supposedly it's the Fall Lion King update that's supposed to add Lion King characters and content to the game. If that's true, that's pretty cool. Lion King is still to this day my favorite animated movie of all time. So obviously I'd be all over that to see, hey, can I recruit some Lion King characters? What can we do? So if that's true and it happens tomorrow, I'm probably doing Disney Dreamlight Valley on Wednesday night. Okay? I'll be off from streaming on Thursday. When I return on Friday, it will be the premiere of either the new Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope game or Gotham Knights, depending on what I decide and determine by the end of today. Friday night is a big night. It's the season finale of Friday Night Fights. You might say, well, what the hell does that mean? It means that after Friday, I'm putting Friday Night Fights on a hiatus for us to focus on the new releases. It may very well return, once the new releases start to dry up. But at this point, the fact that there's two reasons, really, why I feel that we need to kind of not retire, but put Friday Night Fights on hiatus, okay? The first reason is Street Fighter 6's beta blew everyone away. Everyone is super excited for Street Fighter 6 now, including me. Like, I really loved the game, even though I wasn't great at it. I was getting better at it by the time the beta ran out, and then the beta ran out. Like, shit. If I had, just another session, I feel like I would have done way better, right? But the visuals are great. The graphics are some of the best I've ever seen in a video game, let alone a fighting game. The gameplay elements are sound. The online play, for the most part, was solid. I liked the battle. Everything about the game was outstanding. I literally cannot wait to get my hands on this game again. So all the hype for fighting games right now has been pushed to Street Fighter 6. And even people who are playing other fighting games at this point are kind of nah, shit, don't really care about those anymore. I want Street Fighter 6. So we're all antsy. We're antsy. When's the next beta, right? When are we going to get more information? We're dying for more. Me too. So number one, with all the fighting game hype being pushed towards Street Fighter 6, it's going to be hard to maintain people and be excited for retro games. That's number one. Number two, the Capcom Fighting Collection is pretty much dead. At this point, I hate to admit it, I have to throw in the towel. I give up on the Capcom Fighting Collection, all right? Capcom seems to have literally done everything possible to botch this game, okay? From the get-go, the way that they released it, that every console had a console-exclusive version of it that was not cross-platform. No cross-play. I meant to mean cross-platform. I meant to say no cross-play. With no cross-play, you're immediately reducing the amount of players that you're going to have in your player pool. And it's one thing if this was a major release like Street Fighter 6 or Tekken 8. This is not. This is a retro games collection. By not making it cross-play, it's one of the dumbest things you've ever done. It just doesn't make any sense. In addition, this game at launch didn't have common features that you would want. Like, oh, can I see the quality of the connection of the person who I'm matchmaking with right now so I don't waste my time joining someone with a terrible connection and now the whole thing lags to shit. It makes no sense. Why would they do that? I don't know. It's like they didn't try. The thing is, oh, by the way, another thing that was really stupid. They included all the versions of Darkstalkers in the game, all 5 or 6 of them, But then they didn't actually direct anyone to the one that was the most competitive. The one that was the most competitive Darkstalkers game is Vampire Savior. That's the one that was in American arcades, worldwide arcades, and everyone played in tournaments. Outside of that, there were 2 more. There was Vampire Hunter 2 and Vampire Savior 2. They were only ever released in Japan and never have real competitive communities around them. So then why would you put all 5 Darkstalkers games online, and for a game that already isn't going to have a wide player base, cause confusion among the player base as to what game they should be playing? So now everyone's trying to find people, but they're all playing different versions, and it doesn't align. They can't find any competition. None of it makes any sense at all, quite frankly. Like, it was really just little to no thought put into the game. I was one of the few streamer people who was a proponent of the game and tried to get people to play it by playing it once a week. Within about a month of it being out, literally every person in the fighting game community dropped the game and went on to play other things. I was the only fucking person who kept playing this game after about a month. And the game's now been out for over 3 months, and there's no one playing it anymore. The game was dead on arrival on Xbox, and the game barely has any players on PlayStation. Every week when we try to play it, we end up playing the same 5 people over and over. Half the time the connections are laggy. It's disappointing as shit. Capcom released a patch 2 weeks ago to add in basic features, like see the quality of the connection of the person you're playing. It did absolutely nothing. No one bought the game. They put the game on sale, and then only gave it a $10 discount. Instead of like slashing the price by 50%, they slashed it by about 25%. It didn't do anything. No one bought it. So essentially, Capcom completely and utterly botched this game and ruined it for themselves. There's no excuse because the game is fine, but they just had no idea how to market it, no idea how to sell it, no idea what people wanted. You could tell they did absolutely no market research whatsoever. They just had someone in charge of the project that was inept and didn't know what the fuck they were doing. What a shock. Seems kind of familiar that Capcom will release a collection of Street Fighter games and they don't know what they're doing. Almost as if we just had one of those right before. You know what I'm saying? So sadly, I did as much as I could to promote this game. I did as much as I could to try to get people to consistently play it, playing it once a week, doing a major stream of it. I can't do it all myself. You need to have other people in the community do it. They won't. They don't care about this because I hate to say it. Fightcade. Fightcade kills these collections because if you have a collection that has absolutely no competitive reason to buy it and play it, why would people? If right now, if you have a working...
I'm actually surprised he mentioned Fightcade. He fucking usually avoids that or you're fucking plagued. So he's actually addressing the fact of the matter that everyone cares about Fightcade. That actually people that care about fighting games stick to fucking Fightcade. And Phil's treating Fightcade as like some sort of fucking disease or a fucking plague. No, people play Fightcade because it's probably a better option for them. It's a more preferable option for them. It's where the fucking better players go to fucking play fighting games and enjoy fighting games. Prophet says it perfectly. Phil accuses everyone on Fightcade of cheating. That is the Phil Burnell go-to method. I'm going to rewind just a wee bit just so we can get his full rant on Fightcade. So I just had to kind of pause. I'm surprised as hell he mentioned Fightcade.
Sadly, I did as much as I could to promote this game. I did as much as I could to try to get people to consistently play it, playing it once a week, doing a major stream of it. I can't do it all myself. You need to have other people in the community do it. They won't. They don't care about this because I hate to say it. Fightcade. Fightcade kills these collections because if you have a collection that has absolutely no competitive reason to buy it and play it, why would people? If right now, if you have a working PC and you could download Fightcade with all the ROMs of these games for fucking free, and you could play them.
Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett. We also super chat says, Phil working in PR. Please, please, please give us money. We're trying. It's no fair people say mean things. This isn't begging, it's advertisement. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Phil, he's so fucking toxic when it comes to other people fucking putting out their, their... If he's not a big fan of the fucking shit people are putting out, no matter how much fucking work goes into it, he's going to shit all over it if it's not to his fucking perfect fucking desires and liking. And it's... Yeah, it's... Phil's only got himself to blame. Phil is ignoring an actively, thriving fighting community game. Fightcade has that. Fightcade has a lot of competitive players Phil could desire. He would not be short in matches if Phil fucking played Fightcade. But he's scared to play it because he knows he's inferior to a lot of people on there. That's just a simple fact of the matter. The truth hurts for Phil Burnell. He cannot cope. He cannot hang anymore. He used to be able to fucking hang with all the other guys when he was back in like fucking 10 years ago, 15 years ago. 15 years ago, Phil was able to fucking hang with the Street Fighter crew. Not anymore. No more. And he fucking can't handle it. His fucking brain cannot cope with that. This is why he plays these fucking retro games and sticks to fucking fucking Super Turbo through and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Prophet, for a super chat. It brings some facts here. So the super chat says, lol, working PC, That's what Phil just said there. Remember, Profit built a PC lower end than Phil's Cyberpower PC, and then Profit streamed on it while playing Fightcade all at 1080p. So Profit conclusively debunking Phil's narrative. Whatever reason Phil can't play Fightcade is all on him at his end. Essentially, you know what I mean? Phil can play Fightcade if he fucking sets it up right and does, just fixes his fucking computer issues. Whatever his computer's going through, it's certainly powerful enough to manage playing Fightcade and stream it.
Over the internet for free via pirating them on Fightcade. Why the fuck would you buy a collection on console? Right? So, without a viable reason to do this, people are not going to do it. And then you don't include features that people want, like crossplay. Of course the game's going to fail and die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be an idiot. So, all I can do is kind of shrug and say, I'm sorry, guys. I did my best. I tried. And I can't make people play a game. I did my best. All right? So, this Friday is going to be the last hurrah. The season finale of Friday Night Fights. We're going to do one last session. Hopefully, I'll get competition and give it a send-off. All right? After this, fighting games will go on hold for a while I tackle all these new releases. Now, what I'm hoping is that over the course of the next couple of months, we will have more information from Capcom about Street Fighter 6, when it's coming out, will there be more betas, stuff like that. That's my ultimate hope, is that we'll have an idea of what is the future holds. And maybe after a couple of months, Capcom will wise the fuck up and either put this game on Game Pass or PlayStation Plus Premium or both, or maybe they will reduce the price even further and more people will buy it, and then I could go back to it at a future date. As of now, it's just not sustainable. I can't sit here for 2 hours, all right, every single Friday night and wait for matches for half of that time, and then when the match joins, it's the same person I played 5 times and the connection sucks. I just can't do that. I can't make that entertaining enough for my viewers. I try. We have conversation, we do stuff, but it's like, you're tuning in for Friday Night Fights, not Friday Night Chats. Okay? So that's it. Friday's the final Friday Night Fights session until further notice, all right? After that, I'm going to be balancing whatever the new game is I started playing on Friday with Plague Tale on the day streams. On night streams, we will still have things for temporarily, like Disney Dreamlight Valley and fishing, but we're also going to start using night streams to implement things like maybe the conclusion of Scorn and other stuff like that. Okay? And eventually, the night streams are going to be these new releases. I would say the week after definitely is when we're going to start to see night streams will be for new releases as well. Okay? One final thing. Halloween event. Absolute positive last chance for you to nominate games for it if you have not yet. In the next few days, I'm going to get a moment to sit down, all right? I'm going to close off the nominations, and I'm going to start making the poll that you guys are going to vote on to determine what games I'll be playing during the Halloween marathon, all right? So if you haven't nominated games yet, I have no clue what the heck you've been waiting for. Type !Halloween into the chat right now. Nominate those games, and good luck. The most nominated games are the ones that are going to make it into the final poll to determine what I'm actually playing on Halloween. As a follow-up on that, because I talked about it yesterday, my Halloween costume has arrived, but it's missing some components. I'm going to have to go out and either go to a store, or I'm going to have to order some things, odds and ends online, in order to make that costume complete. Sadly, they kind of misrepresented it online, which I hate. When they advertise something online, they say, oh, it comes with this, and it shows up and it doesn't. They lie. What am I going to do? Refund it or return it? No, I need the costume. I'm not going to return it at this point. I'm just going to, I guess, take the hit. What are you going to do? So, it is what it is, and I hope you guys will nominate games, and then over this week, I will close that off and get the poll going. You guys will start voting. All right? Sound good? All right.
Hooray, we have our first fucking bingo. He said sound good, so that's what determined our card for today. So that is our first bingo on the fucking board. One down. There we go. Cool stuff.
The last kind of odd or end here, housekeeping thing to mention before we get to news today, because we have a lot of news to talk about today, is the members, all right? So now, guys, after today, starting tomorrow, we are hitting full stride with non-stop new releases. Plague Tale, Scorn, whatever game I choose for Friday, either Gotham Knights or Mario plus Rabbids, Resident Evil 8 DLC, Modern Warfare 2. That's the rest of the month. Like, that's literally the rest of the month. Non-stop new content every day. With that being said, now is an excellent time to become a channel member if you've been holding off. Now would be an excellent time to renew your membership if it's lapsed. And now would obviously be an awesome time to give some memberships to your fellow viewers to help out people.
And we've got our second bingo, gifted memberships. Here we fucking go. Evil ADR, he did not say day off. He said he was not streaming. He did not actually say the words day off, so because he didn't say the words day off, I couldn't tick it. Even though we know why he's off on Thursday, he never said day off, annoyingly. And I'm hoping he will fucking say it again, because he's right now in the shilling mode. And he's fucking going to probably mention as well that he only needs tips for his day off coming up Thursday. I'm expecting to say day off coming up, but I didn't say it then.
People on this channel and also help.
Did I play the horns, bro? Did I play the MLG horns or the bingo? Okay, I'm going to play it again just in case I didn't do it.
The channel grow. The most members we've ever had is 640. When I created this goal for the month, we were at 5 something. All right, like 540, 550. We were just at 560, but then 2 member bombs from September expired, and we literally have had 0 movement on members since then. All right, I would appreciate if you enjoy the content that I put out on this channel every day for free, if you could become a member. Becoming a member is an excellent way to.
Whoa. Did he just try and claim that the stuff he does is for free? No. If nobody gave you any fucking money, Phil, you'd fucking stamp your foot down and say you can't keep doing this. The simple fact of the matter, Phil, is it is not fucking free. If nobody gave you a fucking penny, you'd be fucking saying, I cannot do this anymore. And you'd be fucking having to charge people. I don't know, you would have to do something to fucking make people give you money. There's no way you can argue, you can sit there and say you're fucking doing a shit for free, while at the same time you're fucking begging people to become members so you can get some fucking better YouTube payment next month. And do a fucking stupid ass react. No, you can't, it does not go hand in hand. That is not free content, Phil. In fact, I mean, I put it this way. I feel like I provide free content. In fact, I fucking give money to people watching sometimes because we get a full house bingo card, I give a prize out. So, but I don't charge, people can give me money if they want, but it's not a case, it's not about that. I don't fucking put a paywall behind my shit. It's all about people turning up, and if they want to enjoy the shit, and they enjoy the shit, they enjoy the show, and that's it. So, Phil, you cannot do that, Phil. You fill every single fucking day, begging non-stop, pleading non-stop. People need to fucking buy your fucking days off funds for grocery shopping and cat food and fucking meals and your fucking fat ass wife and all that shit. It never ends. It never fucking ends. It's just, it's unbelievable to me if he fucking thinks he can just, no, Phil. If Phil never got a single fucking penny between now and, like, you know, Thursday, do you think he'd be happy? No, he'd be fucking making begging videos, not shit. He'd be fucking desperate as hell. He'd be fucking reeing his head off. Black shirt would be worn. He'd be fucking desperately fucking pleading for email to fucking come out of nowhere. He'd probably emailing him at a fucking blue guy. Hey, email, please, I really need your tips right now because nobody's supporting the stream, please. I'm not fucking seeing this. He would be desperate as fuck. So he's pretending he's doing this shit for free. Fuck the fuck off, Phil. Ian Sorare's saying so he doesn't get paid by YouTube every month. He does get paid by YouTube every month. Well, essentially that's the fans. It's obviously membership money. A small proportion of his money these days by YouTube is ad revenue. Most of the money is super chats and membership money. Just from YouTube payment anyway. And then you're talking about, you know, maybe a couple $100, if that, on views. You know, advertisement views, because he gets his views, fucking video views, his views these days are fucking atrocious. I don't even think about a couple $100. That's very generous actually now I think about it. But then most of his fucking money comes from I mean, month to month basis, month to month, tips are a major fucking resource for him. They usually outweigh the YouTube payments overall. He usually gets more in tips in a month than he does in a YouTube payment. But it's usually it's not too far away usually. It's usually like, you know, it's usually like $5,000 in tips and like $4,500 in YouTube money. It's usually around that.
Consistently support this channel and have income from me that's more dependable every single month. Okay, you get many benefits for becoming a member: a highlighted name in stream chat and video comments, access to all my emotes in stream chat and video comments, a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter in the stream chat and video comments, the ability to bypass the slow mode in the stream chat and talk as much as you like while everyone else is limited. I think it's like one chat per few amount of seconds or something like that. Priority access to special events. People who are members right now get to pick a game that's going to be in that Halloween marathon for sure. Everyone else has to get into that final poll, but members get to pick a game outright. Okay, among many other things. I'm not going to sit here and talk about every membership benefit. There's tons of them. I would hope you consider becoming a member and supporting this channel. It would help tons. It would be amazing now if we start hitting all these new games, if we can maybe hit new records for memberships on the channel. I think now what's going to happen, you're going to start to see once tomorrow hits, every day, better viewership, every day, more people checking out the new game. It's going to be very exciting. Okay, I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. So, there's that. And then, of course, today is Monday. My day off is Thursday. I would appreciate it if you would like to support the...
Here we fucking go. I knew he'd get a fucking day off. That's another bingo because he said day off. I knew he was going to fucking work day off into the begging segment. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? He's that predictable. We are 5 away from a full house already. We might even get fucking food talk come up in a second. I'm going to rewind it by 5 seconds, but let's see.
Today is Monday. My day off is Thursday. I would appreciate it if you would like to support the channel. Anything is appreciated. But of course, tips are great. Why are tips a great way to support the channel? Because I get them right now. And any tips that I raise between now and Thursday go towards my day off. I already have enough money to pay my big utility bill coming up on Thursday, but everything else that I raise this week goes toward my day off on Thursday, including things like me going grocery shopping for the week, having a nice meal out with my wife, which we haven't even talked about what we were doing this week.
There we fucking go. That's a double bingo right there. Diagonal line from top left to bottom right, as well as a 4th row across. That's a double bingo. We are 4 away from a full house. Now, Trent's freaking the fuck out in chat. He's like, hold the fuck on, I thought he got chargebacks. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering that myself. Phil completely just memory hold him having chargebacks and needing support. Now, Phil, in between streams here, okay, in between the streams from yesterday and today, Phil earned about $100 in tips. And all of a sudden, Phil has enough money to cover not only chargebacks, which apparently negated the $300 odd he got from the fucking React marathon, but he can and all of a sudden he's able to fucking afford his utility bill, which is about $200 odd. Something's not really adding up here. So is Phil all of a sudden has enough money for his bills, even though he apparently lost the $300 in chargebacks? I don't quite get it. Where did the money come from, Phil? I'm going to wind it for a few seconds.
I have enough money to pay my big utility bill coming up on Thursday, but everything else that I raise this week goes toward my day off on Thursday, including things like me going grocery shopping for the week, having a nice meal out with my wife, which we haven't even talked about what we were doing this week because things have been so hectic and busy and money's been so tight. We haven't done anything we wanted to do. We wanted to go to a pumpkin patch and a farm this month. We didn't do it. We wanted to go to the zoo. We didn't do it. You know, what are you going to do? That's life. It's once again the same thing happening every year, kind of. So we don't even know what we're doing this week, but basically I have one day a week where my wife and I don't cook at home and get to have a meal out as like a date. So that's where your funds go when you tip the channel, all right? Anything else is great, and it helps long-term, and it keeps this business running, but tips directly help my one day off a week.
I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You don't fucking need one fucking date night a fucking week. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's nice to do that. But when you're fucking financially and, tight, it's irresponsible to fucking drop 50 odd, 60 odd bucks at least on a fucking date, a dinner date, every week. When you're fucking trying to watch a pennies not shit, it's financially irresponsible. If you can afford to do it, fair play to you. But Phil is literally sitting on a stream right now begging hard so he can fucking have a weekly dinner date. Phil, just swallow your fucking... Just accept the fucking reality of the situation and say reality where you're at it. And fucking accept that you don't need to do this every fucking week. Greg, I like that's a good one. I have one date night a week, chance to get away from the wife. That's a good one. For fuck's sake, man, I can't believe that.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Prophet, for a super chat. It says, wait. No, Carl offered to pay for the zoo. And you know what? Prophet's right. Prophet is absolutely right with that remark. Snow Carl did offer to pay for the fucking zoo. And Phil said, no, it's not about the money, it's about the time. Phil argued that it was not a monetary reason, it was a time reason. I'm pretty certain that was his response when Snowcar offered. So all of a sudden it was about money after all, even though Snowcar fucking offered to fucking get him the fucking zoo tickets. I'm pretty certain of that. Hang on, we can check. Okay, I'm going to derail a wee bit here, I'm going to derail, but we have Pig Go for a reason. Type in zoo. Type in podcast. It wasn't that long ago. Zoom. Tickets to the zoo. Here we go. Is it this one here? I think it's this one here. It's 2 seconds. I'm going to rewind. It's just like 5 seconds here. Hang on.
Of course, I'm jealous of people who are doing better than me, but that doesn't make me not appreciate the good things that I get every day, So it is what it is, and that's just my attitude, Yeah, it's unfortunate that I can't go to the zoo, right? Even if Snow Carl, even if you said, I'm going to buy you tickets to the zoo, we still couldn't go. She would have to figure out a way to schedule the time off with her job.
There you go.
I would have to figure out a way to take an extra day off from my work to do it, and those two things can't even happen right now. You understand?
There you go. So it was not about the money, apparently. It was about the fucking time. So, I don't know. Phil just can't seem to fucking keep his lies fucking straight here. This right here he's fucking saying it's a fucking monetary reason why I couldn't go to the fucking zoo. You know, just what... This is why we can't take Phil's word as legitimate, because he fucking trips up over his lies all the fucking time. What is the truth and what is a lie? There's so much fucking lies out there, it's just... there might be some truth in there somewhere, who knows, but... It's like the fucking boy who cried wolf, you know? I mean, you just can't take anything this guy says seriously anymore. You really can't. I just ruined a couple of seconds, so if we'll just track on. We're 4 away from our full house.
Wife and I don't cook at home and get to have a meal out as like a date. So that's where your funds go when you tip the channel, all right? Anything else is great, and it helps long term, and it keeps this business running, but tips directly help my 1 day off a week. And I would appreciate it if you tipped, you know, it would help a lot. That's why we have reward tiers in place. First of all, if you tip $8 or more in one go, Magic 8 Ball. Let's ask the 8 Ball a question. Will I finish The Evil Within early enough to do something significant on this stream? Don't count on it. Apparently, I'm going to have some difficulties with the end of The Evil Within according to the Magic 8 Ball. So if you tip $8 or more in one go, you can ask the 8 Ball a question, okay? If we raise $50 in tips, I put on my Gunner glasses. If we raise $100 in tips, you get to choose a silly hat for me to wear out of all the selections that we have. We'll have a poll for it. If we get $150 in tips...
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
Tips today, which would be stupendous if we do. You get to choose either a vest or a jersey for me to wear today on the stream, which is awesome. Thank you to anyone who contributes in any way. I really do appreciate that. Of course, if you tip, I'm going to give you a shout out and play an appropriate level of animation dependent on the amount that you tip. We have all different animations, including $4.20, $5 level, $6.66, $10 level, $20 level, $30 level, $50 level, and then above those are more generic animations. All the animations I just mentioned are either specific or Halloween themed. But if you go above that, there's a $75, $100, $150, $200 animation, okay? So, thank you in advance.
Whereas on here, it doesn't matter how much you give me, you're going to get the same animation and the same wee sound playing each time. But yes, it's the same for everyone. Like nobody's special essentially. Doesn't matter if somebody gives me like a, you know, like $1 or a fucking $2. Everyone gets the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Phil, I don't understand. It always comes across as a very scummy kind of bait tactic where he fucking tries his best to fucking fish out $200 tip animations. Like what the fuck? How could he actually fucking... I don't understand the fucking logic behind this. I don't think... Why do you fucking expect it to happen? Why do you expect somebody to fucking just, you know, have an animation in place or something? I guess, you know, Phil's prepared, I guess. Phil's prepared, but it shows the fucking greed. It shows the sort of expectant greed he has. They fucking think, oh, one day I might get a fucking $200 tip animation. I have it ready to go if it happens. It's bizarre to me. It just shows how fucking greedy he is, man.
To anyone who supports it anyway today, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get to game news, shall we? Or I should say industry news. Okay. So, first of all, an interesting and funny follow-up to yesterday's story about Amaranth.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, guys, bail now, potentially, if you don't want to hear Phil go off on this again. Yesterday was just ridiculous. I'm going to say this now, before Phil even gets into it. Phil, I feel, used that story yesterday specifically to try and have a go about, over Twitch, essentially, you know, it's kind of blatant.
The Twitch streamer who revealed to everyone something very personal on one of her streams, completely unbeknownst to anyone. She had been married all along, even though she was one of those infamous, hate to say it, sexualized streamers on Twitch who would do things like be in a hot tub, write names of her contributors on her half-naked body, and do other sexualized content like rubbing a giant inflatable pickle. She revealed that all along she'd been married and never told anyone. Not to say that that's deceptive, but basically figured, hey, if I tell anyone that I'm married, they're probably not going to contribute to my streams the way they do. But then revealed that her husband is an abuser and is mistreating her and is completely controlling her life, including all of her financials. Any money that anyone contributes to any of her streams goes to her husband, not her. And even everything that the house she lives in is owned by the husband. Like, everything is in the husband's name. And her entire life is controlled by this guy. To which the internet went crazy for 24 hours. And has there been any follow-up to the story? And to my knowledge, no. I've seen no concrete updates to the story at all. But everyone kind of weighed in, okay, on the situation. Most people are sympathetic, including me. Listen, I'll tell you, I absolutely positively disagree with the fact that people do this stuff on Twitch. I hate the sexualized content. I think it's very degrading to women. I feel it's not empowering whatsoever. It's sex work. It's just a watered down kind of sex work, but it's still sex work. I feel that it's a situation where people are constantly not necessarily misled, but it's not like these kind of people who make that content don't know what they're doing. They know that they're preying on the weak-minded, the gullible, people who maybe are losers in real life, antisocial, don't have personal relationships with other people, and this is their way of feeling like they can get attention from a person, okay? They throw money at these people, thinking that literally one day they could meet them and have a date or go out with them. I know that sounds crazy because it's completely nonsensical, and anyone with a brain knows it's not true, but these people aren't thinking logically. They're thinking with emotion. They're thinking with their crotches. They're not thinking like normal people, you see? And this kind of content preys on that. However, this situation with Amaranth revealing she's in an abusive relationship literally has nothing to fucking do with any of that. And the fact that some people now decided to make this it's time for me to stand on a soapbox against this kind of content. You could have done that any other day, and I have. Today's not the day to do it. Today's the day to say, fuck, this is terrible, and she needs to get out of that situation, and you got to worry about the person. I don't care about the crappy content she puts out and the abusive nature of it. I care about a person being misfucking treated, and hopefully can get out of that situation. It's time for us to come together as a community and say, we need to stand up for the right things and call out the people who are stupid and disgusting about it. Sadly, Keemstar is one of them, and probably the poster child for the worst reaction ever, because Keemstar started reacting saying things like, so it's pretty obvious that she's being mistreated, but, and then he went off about all the content she makes. And literally the entire internet, including major content creators and others, have come up against Keemstar, telling him to shut the fuck up. That we're tired of your shit, you're an asshole, worst take on the internet, not the time for it, keep your fucking lips closed because it's none of your fucking business. So what did he do? What he always does. He deletes the tweets, says, oh, well, I'm deleting all these tweets because people keep taking them out of context and villainizing me, and that's not right. However, if you want my full elaboration of my take, check out my show tomorrow where I'll talk about, like, what the fuck is this? This guy, literally, is taking a woman being abused by her husband as fuel for his fucking show. He literally is using the abuse of a human as a way to get more fucking views on his content. Okay, ladies.
You're doing the exact same thing though right now, Phil. You're doing precisely the same goddamn thing. You're literally doing it right now. You get money from this podcast. You're hoping for $150 from this entire stream today. So you're literally using this as a fucking tool to try and get money. This is no two ways about it, Phil. This is your show. You're using it. People are trying to say T-post. Is that a T-pose?
However,
I don't think it's a T-pose. It's not a proper one.
If you want my full elaboration of my take, check out my show tomorrow.
That's not a real T-pose.
Where I'll talk about, like, what the fuck is this? This guy, literally, is taking a woman being abused by her husband.
It's not a Y pose either. The Y pose are hands straight in the air. He does, sometimes it's like fucking arms straight out in a T pose, and sometimes the arms are in a literal Y pose straight up as well. When arms are kind of curved, it doesn't work out.
As fuel for his fucking show. He literally is using the abuse of a human as a way to get more fucking views on his content. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's this simple. Stop watching Keemstar. Stop watching Keemstar. Stop watching Keemstar. Stop watching Keemstar. All right? There's only so many fucking people on the internet that can tell you this guy is scum. He's an exploiter. He's used people for personal gain way too many times, and he keeps getting away with it because people keep watching him. If people for once would actually use their fucking noggins and say, this guy's a scumbag, stop fucking watching his content, he would disappear. But people keep watching. There will be morons who will go to his fucking show now to see what he has to say. Stop watching Keemstar.
Right, I'm going to just fucking say this. He is using this potentially horrible real situation that Amaranth is going through, you know. If it's a genuine fucking thing that's happening to her, she fucking needs help. Bill is fucking using this to shit over Twitch and shit over Keemstar. This is his personal agenda. His personal agenda of trying to fucking shit over these fucking guys. He's using Amaranth as a fucking tool to fucking just go after them. He's fucking going all in on Twitch. He's going all in on Keemstar. Fucking going right after these guys. Try to get them both fucking cancelled because both of them have wronged Phil in the past. He doesn't give a shit about Amaranth. There's no fucking way he cares a fucking single jot about Amaranth. In fact, he doesn't think anything. He hates the fucking line of work she does, not shit. He is literally using her and the shit she's going through as a reason to fucking go after Keemstar and try and get him cancelled. Phil's all of a sudden, Phil's a big fan of cancel culture. Phil, who fucking decried cancel culture in the fucking past and hated cancel culture, all of a sudden is all for it. What do you know?
He is toxic. He is a virus. He is destroying content creation as a whole. He actually just used the physical and mental abuse of Amaranth as a way to get views on his fucking show. Stop watching him. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. Now we can move on to other real news. Konami made a large announcement.
And by the way, one more fucking thing, okay? As well as trying to shit all over fucking Keemstar, right? So basically, by the way, Heather, if you're back, he basically went off on Keemstar. It wasn't even about Amaranth. He was using Amaranth as a reason to fucking shit all over Keemstar and try and get Keemstar cancelled. That was essentially it. He was using Amaranth's, actual fucking problems as a tool to go after Keemstar and a justification to try and cancel Keemstar. I'm just going to fucking say this. Phil has been trying his absolute goddamn best to get Keemstar to notice him lately. And Keemstar does not pay attention whatsoever. He has ignored all the fucking bait. Phil tried to allude that, Keemstar was preyed on children. He tried to allude to the fact that, Keemstar was inappropriate with children. Phil tried his absolute best to get Keemstar to bite. Keemstar ignored the shit out of that. Nothing did. And now he's fucking coming out with this. He's just flat out trying to go. He's flat out trying to get Keemstar cancelled. Regardless of, as I'm saying, Phil, who's often cried and bitched and whined and moaned about cancel culture in the past because he was fucking under threat of it, is all of a sudden a big fucking fan of it because he's desperately trying to push for Keemstar to get cancelled. I genuinely don't think Keemstar's going to bother his arse either. Phil wants a reaction. Phil needs a reaction from Keemstar. Because he fucking relies on the drama, he fucking plays in the fucking drama, he needs people to fucking pay attention to him, especially when he's trying to push for members and get more members and all that shit. He really needs the drama right now. The best thing that could happen, and to fuck Phil over, the best thing that could happen, Keemstar ignores the shit out of Phil once more. You're going to have people tagging Keemstar, send him that fucking clip, and you know what's going to fucking happen? Keemstar, if he's got any sense to him, is just going to ignore the shit out of it. Because the worst thing you can do to somebody that's trying to antagonise you is ignore them. That will drive him fucking crazy.
Or did they? They certainly made a cryptic announcement that this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, they're going to be doing a digital event to announce information about the future of the Silent Hill franchise. Now, you would think that means something big. Is there a new game in the franchise? Are they remastering the originals for a modern audience? What's going on? We don't know, and they've given absolutely no hints. But this is the first time in years that Konami has even mentioned Silent Hill. Okay? So this is very exciting to find out what is going to happen. What are they going to announce? Right?
Boring. I want to check Twitter. Give me a second, guys, to check Twitter, because I have a feeling. There might be some tweets already. Just give me a second here. Yeah, there's a couple of tweets already. So the top tweets I've got on my Twitter. First of all, Jaha, that big beefy bastard, man. Look at those. He does love wearing these fucking shirts that are way too small for him, man. Look at it. Jesus. We need to get him a fucking shirt that fits him. Every time he takes a picture of himself, man, the shirt doesn't fit him. And it's just, it's almost embarrassing, man. He must be embarrassed to, not have his whole body covered with a shirt that doesn't fit him. It's a shame. Yeah, but there you go. Look at this, though. The clips are in here. Kill Callens, the king of gout on Twitter. DSP describes himself while telling everyone to stop watching Keemstar. So Keemstar's mentioned in a tweet. Anyone else mentioned Keemstar? Here's Chill Murray. I knew if I would use this Amaranth shit to take shots at Keemstar. He's literally telling people to stop watching him. Well, there goes. Keemstar's even tagged. What else now? Anything else here? Oh, Jim will paint it. Talks about cream eggs. Okay. Gifted subs. Blah 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 blah. This is from yesterday or whatever. Blah 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 blah. So this is obviously that's what I'm saying. No, people are talking about Keemstar essentially. You know, I mean, this is what I'm saying. The tweets are already happening. This is basically from like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, and people are tagging Keemstar and mentioning Keemstar. Keemstar might pay attention. We don't know. Phil needs Keemstar to react, though. That's the thing. Keep in mind, Phil needs him to fucking bite, which is why he fucking keeps going after him. Anything else on my tweets?
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Super Chat Australian Doom, who says, I hope Keemstar claps back and it's on you. And see, I don't hope that. Because if that happens, it works out for Phil. You know, because keep in mind, Phil needs the attention. He needs a drama. He needs people talking about him. If Keemstar starts a beef with Phil, that's just attention on Phil. The notice is on Phil. The spotlight's on Phil, and he gets people talking about him. He gets people coming to his streams. He gets fucking people, you know, troll tipping him and all that shit and trolled away. Now, the best thing, in my opinion, from a detractor point of view, the best thing that can happen to Phil for Keemstar to do, Keemstar just ignore the shit out of him like he did before. To me, that is the best thing that could happen. It's just Phil getting ignored by Keemstar thinking, fuck that guy, he's not worth my time.
I'm pumped. I want to know. Listen, sadly, I just don't have faith that Konami's going to make a new game. But maybe, I don't know. You know, I always want to like kind of hold out faith that perhaps there will be something good coming out of that company. But I don't know. Like, they've really lost their way so badly in recent years. I'll tell you what people would be very upset about if it's just like a new line of merchandise, because they do this from time to time. They say, oh, new Silent Hill. And then it's like, oh, I'm selling a skateboard with the fucking pyramid head on it or something. It's like, what the fuck is that? No one wants that. Or if it's an anime or a movie. No one's going to give two fucks about that. People want a new Silent Hill game. So they need to make some kind of new Silent Hill game. Again, whether it's a new remaster or remake of the classics, whether it's a brand new game, they need to do something to get interest, because right now people are upset. It's been so long with no actual Silent Hill content. They absolutely want content, and there's none. Okay, so again, it's Wednesday, October 19th, 2 p.m. I'll be streaming Plague Tale, but maybe it would be a good opportunity to take a break around 2 p.m. and just see what the hell it is, because I'm going to be just as excited as all of you to find out what the hell this is. Okay? Give me 1 second. I hear Jasper going crazy in the house. I think I want to open the window for him in the bedroom so that he can actually get some fresh air over there. Excellent.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for the super chat, Barack Wells, who says, I can't make money watching Silent Hill movies and animes. I need games to make money from Konami. Yeah, basically, you know, it's just Phil being Phil as usual. Bitching and whining and crying and moaning about not having brand new fucking games to fucking maximise money off of. Same old shite. Christ, and people try to speculate whether... No, I'm actually kind of curious there. Was Phil talking to himself? Was he talking to Jasper? Or was he talking to Kat? The door's open. Like, the door is open, which indicates that Kat's not there. When the door is open, see this, the left-hand side there of the here, you know, here. His door is open to the office, which means Jasper should be able to just roam, which usually indicates that Kat's not home. Because otherwise the noise travels through the house and Kat's like, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to play my Skyrim over here. Was that door always open? Yeah, the door's always open. The door was always open the whole time. So I'm actually kind of curious. Let's try and see if we can hear what Phil was saying to Jasper. I don't know. I'm going to turn the audio up right when he walks away here, right? And I'm going to mute the music.
Plague Tale. Well, maybe it would be a good opportunity to take a break around 2 p.m. and just see what the hell it is, because I'm going to be just as excited as all of you to find out what the hell this is.
Wait for it.
Okay?
Wait for it.
Give me 1 second. I hear Jasper going crazy in the house. I think I want to open the window for him in the bedroom so that he can actually get some fresh air over there.
Wait. I'm going to open the window for him in the bedroom. Let's see if we can hear him, right? Let's try our best to hear him. Everyone quiet.
All right.
He actually basically just said the same thing. I was like, there you are. I was like, there you are. Let's open the window for you, get you some fresh air. That's kind of what I made out, essentially. He is talking to Jasper. He wasn't talking to anyone else. He was literally talking to Jasper. There you go. But yeah, I don't know. It's possible he locked Jasper in the room, but I don't think so. I don't think he would have done that. I don't think he's locked him in the room. I just think Jasper chose to be in a different fucking room than Phil, but he wanted the window open in that particular room. If Phil had locked Jasper in his room, he wouldn't have had his fucking door open. This fucking, his own office door would have been closed because he wouldn't have fucking had to worry about Jasper. He had his door open the whole entire fucking time, which meant he was fucking expecting Jasper to potentially come in. I am not believing that Phil had him locked in a room. I know he's prone to doing this at night. He said he locks him in the room at night when he sleep, but I don't think on this occasion Phil locked Jasper in the room. That's my take on it anyway. Anyway, back to Bingo.
This is also good because now I'll have air circulation coming through the house. This window's open, that window's open, and the air will be, passing through the house, cooling it down. It's very good. Okay. So that's that. There's a big, huge debate going on with Twitch. And it's funny because I'm not part of Twitch anymore. I have no desire to go back to Twitch. After all this shit that's been going down in the last year and a half since I left Twitch, I would never want to go back there unless it was the last resort or they changed their entire mentality about the site, which they haven't. Okay? It's gotten worse. Sexualized content, exploitative content, gambling, and now Twitch literally trying to force their streamers into running ads so they make more money. And it's to the point where now even smaller streamers are starting to reveal that Twitch are giving them incentive to run about 8 minutes of ads per hour. And if they do, they're getting paid flat rate rewards that are giant. Thousands of dollars. Yeah. Imagine if you don't make any money on your Twitch channel, but you're being told if you run 8 minutes of ads an hour and you stream a certain amount in a month, you'll make like a couple $1,000. Wait, what? I'm making nothing on my channel. I can make a couple $1,000. Imagine if you're a mid-range Twitch streamer who already streams all month. This is your job, but you don't make a ton of money, but it's respectable. You make a living. And all of a sudden Twitch tells you they're going to pay you $20,000 a month to run ads. What? Oh, yeah, sure. And they're doing this to so many people that people are now coming out to talk about it. And it's now becoming a thing where people are like, is Twitch trying to like destroy themselves or what? Like, what's the deal? And there's actually a lot of arguments back and forth. Some people are like, are a lot of people going to move to YouTube streaming now because they don't want to deal with all the ads on Twitch? And of course, there's a lot of argument about that because people are arguing, YouTube streaming is not much better. YouTube already has a ridiculous amount of intrusive ads on its content regardless. Personally, you guys know when I stream, I do not run a lot of ads. I never ran a lot of ads on Twitch, and I don't run almost any ads on my YouTube channel. When I start the stream, you may see an ad. That's not me. That's YouTube auto doing it. I run one active advertisement during my entire 5+ hour broadcast, and it's when I take my break. And outside of that, if you see like an outro ad or whatever, again, that's pretty much automatic. On my night streams, I don't even actively run an ad. Okay. Now, if I did run 8 minutes of ads an hour, no exaggeration, I would probably double my ad revenue. Would that be a lot more money? Probably, but not so much. Like, for example, I would expect, and this is me guessing, I would expect that if I ran 8 minutes of ads an hour, like Twitch wants people to do. Hold on a second.
The fuck's happening now?
Okay. I would suspect if I ran 8 minutes of ads every hour that I stream. And remember, I stream about 5 hours on my main streams here.
The hell's he doing?
Actually talking, if you do the math, you're talking a good 40 or 45 minutes. I wonder what I'm doing. I'm cleaning my keyboard.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about 40 to 45 minutes of active advertising.
Okay, guys. We have information from Heather P in the chat here. Okay, she asked nicely. She's a smaller Twitch streamer. She wanted to give some perspective on what Phil was saying from a smaller streamer perspective. Okay, and this is her perspective. She has an ad incentive to run 3 minutes of ads every hour for 55% of the ad revenue. Smaller streamers are not making a lot of money from it, like he's trying to say. Partners are getting the bigger payouts. Okay, that's perfectly understandable and expected, to be honest. Yeah, Heather P. Phil's idea of smaller streamers is not, like a handful of, I have like 20 people. Phil's not thinking of the partner streamers here. When Phil thinks of smaller streamers, he thinks of people that are basically making money, but not making money to live off. They'll be making like maybe, they might make a few $100 a week, if that. That's Phil's idea of a smaller streamer on Twitch. And then it said mid-range, which is the guys that just about make a living. That was his, so he went from smaller streamers to
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Kel Denson, for super chat. It says you can tell Twitch lives rent free in Phil's mind. A delicious salt. Yeah, exactly. But as I'm saying, no, Phil. Okay, it'd be fucking irresponsible for Twitch if they fucking just started giving every single fucking streamer, no matter the size of them, even the tiny ones, you know what I mean? The fucking ones that are getting, like, you know, maybe 10 to 20 people watching their streams and or whatever, you know, every time. It'd be strange when they fucking had an incentive to try and give them like $4,000 every month for running ads. It's like they would literally, you know, bankrupt themselves. You've got to imagine these fucking lucrative sounding ad deals, even for the smaller streamers, they're probably still within the top maybe 5%, I'd imagine. The top 5% of the content creators on Twitch, at least in terms of size and audience and all that, because there's a lot of people stream on Twitch. Not a lot of people make it to be enough, you know, big enough to get, you know, let's say you need to meet certain criteria to be a partner, and it's not easy to become a partner on Twitch. I mean, it's you got to meet some criteria and all that shit, you know what I mean? But it's not as straightforward as people think to become a partner on Twitch. You need to hit certain goals and criteria. You need to have certain metrics and views and all that shit, and, you know, people following your stream. It's all that kind of thing. And once you become a partner, you also need to kind of make sure you're kind of regularly, consistently streaming, and it's all these things you got to keep doing. And yeah, so yeah, in my opinion, Phil is trying to insinuate that tiny streamers are getting offered thousands and thousands of dollars from Twitch per month, when clearly that's not the fucking case. It's not going to be tiny streamers.
Advertisements every day per my main stream. So instead of broadcasting for 5 hours and putting out 4.5 hours of content, I'd be broadcasting for 5 hours and only putting out about 3.5 hours of content, and the rest would be advertisements. Okay, I would estimate, and this is me estimating just based off of YouTube, I would probably make, and this is me guessing, anywhere between like $500 normal month, and then the busier ad months, like right now we're getting to the busier ad months of the year where ad revenue is going to start skyrocketing on these new games and things. Probably maybe upwards of maybe $1,500 a month extra if I were running like 8 minutes of ads. And by the way, that's ridiculous. That's way more than I run now. Okay, that's my guess. So what's weird about this to me is that they're offering these incentives for these people to run these ads. Do you really think that someone who's running 8 minutes of ads an hour, all right, for a month, is going to make $43,000 of revenue on those ads? That's what they're offering some people. So people are like, what is going on? Like, are they trying to ruin the site? First of all, there's some content creators who there's no way they could pass this up. This is a life-changing offer. Imagine you're making next to nothing on your streams and you're being offered, hey, you could actually like make so much money. Maybe you could quit your shitty job and work and do this instead, right? So a lot of people are looking at this and they're like, maybe this is something interesting. But if everyone starts running 8 to 10 minutes of ads an hour on Twitch, it's literally going to be like, you know, like a television show. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are wondering what's going on. Some people are actually speculating Twitch actually might be in bad financial straits, and they're just not revealing this to anyone because they don't want people to feel like the site might be in trouble, and then they start leaving in droves. But you have to wonder something. Just think about it. In the last couple of years, Twitch's main focus, which is supposed to be people streaming video games. Now, of course, there's a lot of other shit on there, but it's supposed to be people streaming video games. How much exactly has Twitch focused on that? Think about this. We just had the launch of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S 2 years ago. Since then, what has Twitch improved? Nothing. They haven't improved the ability to stream.
Objection. They got rid of your ass. That's a big improvement in my opinion. Having said that, Twitch are still arseholes, but yeah, they got rid of DSP, so haha.
Higher bit rate at all. They haven't streamlined anything. They haven't added new features that really significantly added anything. When you really think about it, they've done nothing at all. And you would think, well, these are just basic quality of life things you would want to do for the site. When you have new consoles out that can now broadcast at higher resolution and better detail, you want your site's videos to look better to go in line with the consoles because that's a big chunk of your viewer base. They just don't care. They've improved nothing. They literally, what it is with them, it's smoke and mirrors. They pretend like they're improving something and then they don't. Or they say something's coming and then when it comes, it's nothing like what you thought it was.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, Black Mature Super Chat, who gives us a very informative Super Chat. Says that Twitch Turbo for ad-free is $8 if people care enough to not want to watch ads. There you fucking go. If you don't care about watching ads on Twitch, Twitch Turbo is only $8 and you get no ads on Twitch. I don't like Twitch. I find it awkward. I try to I've tried to like Twitch, you know what I mean? But I prefer YouTube. I don't know why, but I just prefer YouTube over Twitch. I have no real concrete reason. Maybe it's just easier to fucking. I guess I don't always try and find live streams. I do kind of prefer taking in content in my own time. Live streams are okay now and again, and Twitch is primarily a live stream website. YouTube is primarily just, you know, the content's uploaded and you can take it in kind of website. So maybe that's why I prefer YouTube. But yeah, it is what it is. That's just me though.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Prophet, for a super chat. It says higher bitrate, like running your bitrate at 14,000 kilobytes per second on your 10,000 kilobytes per second computer and complaining about dropped frames. Yeah, Phil has got his fucking OBS set up wrong, as Prophet has demonstrated before in the past. Phil's OBS, apparently, Phil claims, you know, his OBS is trying to get him to, you know, stream at 14,000 kilobytes, which is too high because his upload speed can only handle at most 10,000. You know, I'm pretty sure here's me risking trying to butcher the reason because I'm bastard, you know what I mean? But I think it's to do with upload speed. You know, it's like his OBS kind of miscalculated what it could, you know, properly, you know, put out there when streaming. And to be fair, my OBS by default went to 10,000 as well, and Prophet recommended going down to 8,000 odd, which I did do, and it's I don't think it's caused any problems at all. And so yeah, it's one of those things. But yeah, Phil just thinks bigger number equals better, even though sometimes you can fucking push it too far and you can just fucking cause yourself more problems than it's fucking worth.
And they're like, whatever, business as usual. You know what I'm saying? So what's really weird to me is there's supposed to be a site focused on gaming and technology and, you know, having streams based around that, yet they've done absolutely nothing to improve around the technology around them, right? In the last 2 years, these consoles, you basically would be streaming at the same quality today that you were on last gen consoles, and you can't make it look any better. Good luck streaming at 4 fucking K on Twitch. It just doesn't happen. You can't do it, you know? So it's weird to me. It's very weird to me that they just have never improved anything. It's almost like they can't because they have no money. I think what's happening is they've really run their business into the ground and don't know what to do and don't know how to manage it. They've got probably managers and people in positions of power that are ruining the business for really dumb reasons. And I'm sure all this insane amount of negative press they've gotten in the last 2 years is not helping them. It all started with the Dr. Disrespect ban and just got worse and worse and worse ever since then. So this may be a last-ditch effort for Twitch to try to basically make their business profitable and maybe save it, because no one can really justify otherwise. Why would you be trying to incentivize people to run this many ads, which literally could kill entire channels in the site? You know what I'm saying? Nathan Wong says, but they're owned by Amazon. Doesn't mean shit. That literally doesn't mean anything who owns you. What matters is how much money you're turning over. Just because you're owned by Amazon doesn't mean Amazon's going to throw infinite funds at you if you're a profit, if you're not making profit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's obviously there's projects that are losers, but I'll give you a perfect example. Google Stadia. Well, Google Stadia is owned by Google, and Google's insanely rich. So how is Stadia shutting down? Because it's not profitable. No one bought it. No one.
That's actually a valid point. You know what I mean? Just because it's owned by a fucking bigger company with a lot of money behind them doesn't mean that it's fucking going to get fucking bailed out every time. That's actually a valid point. Bill Brasky says, Phil thinks that if things are doing well, just stay the course, doesn't comprehend that a thriving business keeps taking on new ideas to improve. Exactly. Sometimes you got to fucking innovate to fucking get ahead. And Google tried. Google Stadia was a risky endeavour. They tried to fucking push the boat out and see if it was an idea that had potential or not. So Google, in that regard, the Google Stadia not doing too well. It was an experimental effort on their part. However, P, do not give them the point. Phil made a good point, but used a bad example. How's that, However, P? I think Phil made a good point, but used a very bad example for it. And he's right when he says just because Amazon owned Twitch doesn't mean they're fucking just going to bail him out. He was right about that. I think we can all agree to that. But it was a bad example he gave, to be fair. That was kind of the point I was trying to push forward there. It's just because a fucking big money man is behind this endeavour does not mean they're just going to fucking bail, throw money at it and keep bailing him out. It's just bizarre to me because this whole podcast essentially has been Phil bitching about the weather, and then fucking going through his dumbass schedule again, and then shitting on Keemstar, and then shitting on Twitch. This is essential. This is a show. It's a reason to shit over all the things he doesn't like.
Was putting money into it. They invested a ridiculous amount of money to make it work. No one wants it. It's shutting down. That's how business works. So it doesn't matter how much money the parent company has. What matters is how much money the company is making itself on its own. And if it's not making profit, they're going to get cut like anyone else. You know, because I can't even think of a justifiable reason why they would be actively trying to make their streamers run ads like this. They already have subscribers. They already have cheers. They already have methods to make lots of money. You would think they should be making lots of money on that. So why are they now trying to do another incentivized way to make money on top of those methods? Because something's up. Something is definitely up. Someone actually...
Twitch are going bankrupt because they lost Phil Burnell from the partner program. Remember, Twitch got a fucking lot of that money as well. It wasn't just all going to Phil Burnell. Anytime someone gave him a cheer, Twitch got some of that fucking money as well. And ever since Phil got booted from the partner program, he fucking went to YouTube. Twitch has gone down and down and down. I hate to say it, guys, but I think Phil Burnell killed Twitch by getting banned from the partner program.
Actually put out a funny meme this morning on Twitter, and they said, this is a joke. All right, this is from someone named Julia. She says, this is a joke, so don't take it seriously. But here's Twitch vibes. 2011 Twitch vibes. Thank you for the support, guys. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Heart emoji, right? Heart emoji. And that's pretty much what I say to you guys every day. I'm someone who 100% depends on your crowdfunding. I don't want to shill to you or run ads or do anything. So thanks to those who support my streams. You make this all happen. You're the reason I'm still here after 14 years. But that was the 2011 mentality for Twitch. 2022 mentality, once the ad incentives are now rolling in, is, well, take that bag. Fuck what the viewers think. Make that money. It's a truck outside. And it's funny because I've said to you guys over the past few years, I don't support people who take that bag and make that money. I don't want people being a paid advertisement half the time on their content. I think that's disingenuous. I've even criticized big people like Maximilian, who I think is a really great content creator who makes genuine content. But I cringe every time I see him do a fucking Twitter post that says hashtag ad, because I know that that's a paid advertisement and I can't trust it. So there's some people who are just 100%, hey, take every opportunity, make every dollar you can, make a living doing it. I've never been like that. You guys know that. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in financially, because I don't take the bag. I don't run with it. I don't do that stuff. I still daily get offers from indie games and shit to cover them. I don't cover them because that's not me. I make content that's meaningful to me and to my audience, not to make a dollar. That's who I've always been. I'm never going to change. You know what I mean? I'm not. You're never going to see Phil become the sellout. And sadly, the way Twitch is going, they're basically making a lot of people who used to be doing it for the love of it possibly see that money. That bag is right there. And they're like, shit, how can I turn that down? That could be life-changing for me or my family. How could I turn down thousands of dollars just to run some ads and make my content more commercialized, right? Pretty sad. All right. We got one more story today. Actually, we got two more.
I'd like to point out to people that he has played games. He has been sponsored to play games in the fucking past. Was it Sonic and Mario Olympics or some pish like that? It was some random ass fucking game like that. And he played it, but it was a sponsored fucking stream. He was sponsored to play that fucking game. I think that's the right game I'm talking about. I might be wrong, but if the chat might correct me, I'm not sure. But he has played games as a sponsor before. He has Gilmore Bird's right. He did bounties before. He did game bounties, which was a Twitch thing where you could fucking pick a game from the list. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Mario and Sonic Olympics. That's what it's fucking called. And yeah, Hawksworth was saying all the older things. The old DSP tries it when he fucking got paid to fucking shill a beanbag. And he fucking rode like a horse or something like that. It was bizarre. He has shilled before, and he wants to shill now, but he just doesn't get anything fucking worth shilling. That's basically the fucking bottom line. People see his fucking metrics. They look at his fucking, subscriber numbers and think, oh good, this guy seems to do well for himself. They look at his fucking video views and go, what the fuck? How can this guy get 200? How can somebody with 200,000 subscribers struggle to get 1,000 views on the videos? Like, what? This doesn't add up, chief. We can't get this shit sponsored. It was like, what are we going to do? Give him a fucking, dollar for every fucking view? Fuck that shit. Ever P says, wow, he acts like it's so bad for people to try and make a fucking living in ways he sees as being dishonest, but he'll like and beg and ask to be crowdfunded. What the fuck? Exactly, Ever P. Phil doesn't understand that I'm pretty sure people don't just fucking wake up thinking, I can't wait to show his product today. I can't wait to advertise his fucking product today. No. People do these things because it's part of being an adult. It's like going to work. Most people go to work not because they necessarily want to. They have to. Obviously, if you like your job, that's a bonus. But don't get me wrong. If you like what you do for work, that's a fucking great bonus. But at the end of the day, We need to work. You know what I mean? We work to live. So we can afford how to, to fucking just to live essentially, you know what I mean? Fucking get by in life. That is just part of fucking being an adult. Phil refuses to fucking grow up and be an adult. He wants to just permanently be a fucking child, plays fucking video games, get his fucking pocket money from the fucking, the chat. It's just, he's never going to grow up. He's like Peter Pan, except more toxic. He never wants to grow up. He wants to forever be a child and play games and have fun. He doesn't want to fucking have responsibilities and do things he doesn't want to fucking do to fucking earn more money. Phil is a perpetual fucking child.
I take it back. We got 2 more stories. The first story is pretty sad, man. G4 TV's gone. They're out of business. Overnight, they went out of business. As you know, about a month ago, they had giant cuts and laid off about half their staff. The rest of the staff was wondering what was going to happen. Well, nothing changed. Nothing turned around. G4 TV is off the air permanently. It was announced publicly. The CEO of, I guess, the guy in charge of the division of Comcast Cable, who I guess owned G4, basically wrote an internal memo to everyone, basically saying, here's the deal. We wanted to bring back G4 because we thought that there was a need for it. We thought that people liked the channel enough that people would watch again in droves if we were to bring it back. That didn't happen. The interest was not there. We didn't get the ratings that we needed to make money and be profitable. We tried hard, but it just didn't work. And we're very sorry about this, but basically you're all fired. And, we hope you have the best in your future endeavors. You're going to be talking to HR about pension, or not pension, what do they call that? Severance packages and things like that, and yada, yada, yada. So here's the deal about G4. I already talked about it last month when they had their first wave of cuts, all right? There's a big difference between when G4 TV originally hit television and this last year. When G4 TV originally hit television in the 2000s, there was no mainstream coverage of video games anywhere. The only coverage you'd really see is an advertisement for the hottest new game, maybe on like a show on primetime TV, maybe say a GTA ad or something, or a fucking news show about how bad video games are and they're making everyone turn into degenerates, right? That was like the really only time I ever saw in mainstream media discussing video games, right? And then G4 TV came along, and what ended up happening was they tried to carve a niche into the television market, say, listen, right now gamers are not mainstream accepted, but we feel like you should be. Let's make you feel at home. Come watch a review show, come watch this show, that Attack of the Show, hosts like Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb coming in, Olivia Munn, coming in and covering video games and making people feel at home on the channel. Wow, I like games and there's a television channel for me. This is neat. Not to say that it was an insanely high viewed or profitable channel back then, and eventually the channel ended up degrading to like doing reruns of Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm not even kidding. That's what they were running at night. That's what they had on television because no one was really watching the video game content on there. But it was a different time, okay? Then they went out of business, and the internet took over. And what ended up happening was YouTube became prominent. Twitch became prominent. People who didn't need to be known, who didn't need to be journalists with backgrounds, who didn't need to be actors with backgrounds, they didn't have to be made up in fucking makeup to be on camera, were able to just jump on their own channels and broadcast themselves to the world for free. They were able to relay their information about video games, their opinions on games and things, make edited series. And over time, as you know, over the last decade, these sites took off to the point where now most people's actual mainstream source for video games is the internet. Not anything else. They're not reading print mags anymore. Hell, most people are not even going to websites like IGN and shit like that anymore. They're going to their favorite independent content creator to ask them for their own personal opinions about games. This is what's happened in the last decade, okay? At the very same time, video games have exploded in popularity and become insanely mainstream to the point where now we're having video game movies become prominent and things like that, right? So a lot has changed since G4 was on the air. All of a sudden, they're trying to come back, and they realize immediately the landscape's different. How do you maintain a television channel for video games when no one watches TV for video games? No one does. Back then it was something special because there was nothing like that on the internet. Having that on TV made you feel like, wow, gamers are part of mainstream culture. This is neat. Today, we all feel like we're part of mainstream culture because we very much are. Video games are giant. They're the biggest entertainment medium on the planet, the most profitable, the most well-known. Video games are the biggest business out there for entertainment. So why would you need to watch a fucking television show about it when everything's already on the internet, instant gratification for free? I really feel like what they were doing is they were trying to bring back this nostalgia factor for people who would watch G4 back in the day and hoping desperately that would attract some kind of a new audience and also the retro audience. They basically wanted the best of both worlds. Can we attract new viewers while also having the retro viewers come back? But it just wasn't a sustainable model. In fact, there's reports that are starting to like leak and come out now. Just listen to this, okay? They had a failure to acclimate to the YouTube and Twitch era despite desperation to fit in. Former employees have said some major content creators who they had on their shows either as guest hosts or stars were charging $25,000 to $30,000 per appearance. What? Let me get this straight. And by the way, I think that we should really call out something. We just had a news story about how a voice actress by the name of Helena Taylor was only offered $4,000 to voice act the entirety of Bayonetta 3, an entire video game. You're going to tell me a content creator who makes video game content on the internet and is going to be a guest star or guest host for a show on G4 was paid $25,000 to $30,000 for an appearance or two? What the fuck?
I mean, if that's what if they're usually meant to be streaming or making content that day, but instead they have to do this show, and if that is what they're charging, and if that's what they're getting paid for, I mean, it's one of those things where if they're willing to pay the money, look, it's one of those things. If people think it's worth the money, then that's how much it's worth. Essentially, you know, if people are willing to give you that money, then that's basically how much that shit is worth. You know, I could charge people fucking £200 right now for this. I've got a pair of sunglasses on my fucking desk. It's like retro 80s sunglasses. And I could say, hey, who wants these random sunglasses I wore one time to a stag do? It's one of those things, and as I'm saying, it's worth fuck all. Go to it off Amazon for like fucking 10 quid or something. But it's one of those things that people are willing to pay 200 quid for it, then that's how much that's fucking worth, even though it's fucking is more money than it should be. But it's bizarre to me. It's just, obviously it's a lot of fucking money for one or two appearances as a guest host here, you know what I mean? But you got to keep in mind as well, these guys aren't making content at a time. They're losing money technically by going on these fucking shows and not making their own content because they got their guest hosting instead. And it's one of those things where I can just say to them, look, I'm charging this amount because on these days where I need to come out and fly out to you guys, it might not be, as I'm saying, it might not be local guys either. They might have to miss 2 or 3 days of doing their own usual content because they might have to fucking fly out to fucking the TV studio or some pish to join them there. So it makes sense to me that if they're going to miss some streams, whatever, and it's like, it might be times when they usually get prominent kind of viewers and engagement and usually quite good support as well. If that's how much they're fucking worth, Phil, then that's just the simple fact of the matter. That's how much they're worth. I mean, look at fucking Jacksepticeye. You know, he's been in a fucking movie because of fucking a wee cameo appearance in a fucking movie. He went from content to creator to random fucking wee cameos and what was it? You know, what was that Ryan Reynolds movie? About fucking video games. It's a good movie, but I can't mind the name of it. Something about life or something. You get what I'm saying though. It's one of these things where some content creators are actually fucking so prominent that they actually do make quite a fucking lot of money. Free Guy, that's the fucking name of the movie. Free Guy. Thank you, War Dog. Thank you, Train. But yeah, it's one of those things. Phil can't seem to wrap his mind around the fucking money that the really top content creators are making these days. He's so far out of the loop, he's not aware that the content creators are fucking top ones anyway. Anytime they fucking go online, they can make fucking tens of thousands of dollars a day. The support some of these guys get is fucking ridiculous. It's just insane how much money some fucking content creators get fucking thrown in. That's just life. That's the internet. That's popularity for you though. It's what it is, Phil. This is absolutely YouTuber jealousy. If YouTuber jealousy was on the board right now, we'd be ticking it.
How on earth did they think that was going to be sustainable? Because it's not. Like, that's asinine. That's called, look, my daddy gave me a big bag of money, so I'm just going to throw it all over the place and hope that sticks somewhere and people care. Like, what the fuck is that? Who the hell was in charge of that boat? You're a moron. Who the fuck would pay a content creator $25,000 to $30,000 and think this is going to significantly impact your channel? Listen, that actual content creator has their own channel, has their own avenue that people can watch their content. They don't care that they're on one episode of your show. Just because they were doesn't mean that you're going to watch your show. They'll watch the one episode they're on, and then what are they going to do? Leave and go back to the channel where they know they can see that person every day. I could have told you within 2 seconds of you saying you were going to do that it's an idiotic idea and you're a fucking moron and you shouldn't be in charge if you're going to throw that kind of money around. So, holy fucking shit, was that run by morons. I can't imagine these people who get into these positions of power and are given these budgets to do idiotic things with them. I mean, holy fucking shit. Wow. It baffles me. So the thing is, listen, you don't ever want to hear someone lost their job. You don't, right? That's terrible. And these are people who maybe were counting on this because this was their big break. They were going to be on a television show, right? They were going to be notable. They were going to be well known. They were going to be household names. Literally the opposite happened. The channel launched. Who was talking about it? I don't know a single one of my viewers who have mentioned that they watched G4 in the last year that it relaunched. I didn't even know it had relaunched at one point. I was saying to my viewers, gee, I wonder when it's going to relaunch. Like, it's been out for months. I was like, what? I didn't even know. Because no one talks about it on the internet. Why? Because the internet already has its own video game culture. They don't need another one. And that's what G4 was trying to be, that hip TV culture. You don't need another video game culture. You had one already that existed that's already predominant. You were trying to interject yourself into something that already worked. And that's not going to work, you know? So, and the funny part is, you so many people who want to have scapegoats to say, oh, it was all because of one or two woke hosts that they had that said woke things. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need to explain something to you. As annoying as those woke hosts were, and yes, they probably did turn off a lot of people, do you actually honestly believe that 100% of the viewer base of G4 was a bunch of conservatives? Because that's who gets annoyed by woke shit like that. Conservatives. Like, oh, I hate woke culture. I hate leftist culture. They're not all fucking conservatives. What are you talking about? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, yeah, you probably pissed off some people, but you didn't piss off the entire viewer base by doing that. The whole thing was that it didn't exist to begin with. There was no fucking viewer base. There was no one who cared about this channel coming back.
A lot of people are suggesting that was a Y pose. Was it really?
Have scapegoats to say, oh, it was all because of one or two woke hosts that they had that said woke things.
Yes. Okay. I'm counting. Okay, guys, I'm counting it as a Y pose. Okay, you got it, guys. That is definitely a Y pose. He's held it for a while. That is, without a doubt, a Y pose. And I'll just show you guys full screen here 2 seconds, just so you can see. I know it's full glory. This is the Y pose. You can see why we call it a Y pose, can't you? Not T pose. It's Y/G pose because this is, the hands are up in the air like you just don't care.
I hate woke culture. I hate leftist culture. They're not all fucking conservatives. What are you talking about? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, yeah, you probably pissed off some people, but you didn't piss off the entire viewer base by doing that. The whole thing was that it didn't exist to begin with. There was no fucking viewer base. There was no one who cared about this channel coming back, and that's why it failed. Not because there's a scapegoat of a couple idiots acting like dumbasses on the show. Nobody cares about that. Okay, so anyway, sadly, they're gone. No more G4. As of today, they're officially done. Everything's gone. The last news story for today, it is official. God of War Ragnarok advanced review copies have gone out to the games media, which means one of two things. Some people will be incredibly responsible and will actually do a really good job. For example, someone who I absolutely feel should be getting a copy and did, and I'm very happy about this, Super Blind Man. Super Blind Man.
Come on, fuck, Phil. Are you still fucking using this fucking guy as a fuck? Jesus Christ, you don't care. You legit don't fucking care. No offense, Super Blind Man, but you can't see what we're talking about.
Reviews video games for accessibility for the blind. Yeah, he needs to get an advanced copy of this game so he has enough time to sit down with it, work with the accessibility options, play through it, see exactly what's accessible and what's not, write detailed information ahead of time, and provide...
Worden, Phil. Worden. See what's available ahead. What? Think you're fucking Worden, Phil. The clue's in the fucking name. Say that again, Phil.
Yeah, he needs to get an advanced copy of this game so he has enough time to sit down with it, work with the accessibility options, play through it, see exactly what's accessible and what's not.
Yeah, let him see. Let Super Blind Man see what's fucking accessible. Yeah, let the Super Blind Man see what's fucking accessible, dumb motherfucker.
Write detailed information ahead of time and provide that to a community that absolutely needs that information early to know if this is a game they should even look forward to or if it's not playable for them. He's the exact case of person who should be getting video game copies early for review purposes. Not anyone else. I mean that. Like, other people who get this shit early don't need it. They don't, you know what I mean? Why? Why are they going to play this 2 weeks early? What the fuck?
Whoa. So the only person on the entire planet that deserves an early review copy is Phil's fan. Let's just get that perfectly fucking clear here. The only person on the entire planet, in Phil's opinion, that deserves an early review copy is his fan who supports him financially now and again. I just can't. Wow. I mean, I just can't with this guy anymore. I just can't.
What is the purpose of that? Now here's the thing. Supposedly, I guess Friday they're allowed to do a preview, like they can talk a little bit about certain aspects of the game and what they think, and then the review embargo lifts like right before the game. All right, so supposedly you get a little bit of a preview of what the game's going to be this Friday, and then after that, until early November, you're not supposed to hear anything else about the game. I guarantee fucking you, this entire game will be leaked on the internet within the next 2 weeks. You'll have the whole plot. There will be gameplay that's not supposed to be out. This happens every fucking time, and these dumb fuck game studios still haven't learned this is a bad idea. This is a game that everyone is looking forward to. It's the conclusion to this new reboot storyline of Kratos and what's going to happen with him and his son Atreus.
I can't wait for Super Blind Man to get his copy stolen. I mean, who's going to fucking... He's not going to even fucking see who steals it, is he? That's what I'm saying. If anyone's going to lose a fucking copy, it's going to be him. He won't see it coming.
I'm so excited for it. My wife and I are watching and nearly finished with a God of War playthrough to refresh our memories. So when we play this game next month, we both know exactly what's going on, and I don't really remember what happened years ago, right? Seriously, what's going to end up fucking happening is this is going to be spoiled because this game went out to too many people early. You know, I'm sorry. I love Jeff Keighley. I think he's a really great guy, and he's great for the games industry. He doesn't need to be fucking playing God of War Ragnarok today. He is. He got it in the mail. He even posted it about it. Why? What is he going to fucking add? Nothing. I'm not saying he's going to leak it, but you see the point I'm making. When you send these copies out to people, undoubtedly something's going to happen, and it's going to leak. And this is terrible. I don't want this game to leak. This is probably going to be one of my favorite games of the year, if not my favorite game of the year, depending on how well it is or how good it is. I don't want this thing to fucking be ruined. They shouldn't be doing this. This is asinine. It's stupid. It's fucking 2022. It's not 1995. We don't need people to review the game a month ahead of time for a magazine publication. No one needs to play it before it's out. My God, how do they not understand that this model doesn't work yet? You have to be a moron. Oh, it drives me bananas. It really does. It drives me absolutely, positively fucking bananas that they're still doing this to this day. All right? So, someone just said, can't they sue someone if they leak it? Of course they can. There's a non-disclosure agreement. There's all these agreements you have to sign to get that copy. That doesn't mean shit. They do it anyway. We just had the case of a YouTuber who had a YouTube channel that was like, meh, you know, kind of, mid-level popularity. But he was a leaker. He was getting things early for the channel. He wasn't violating the non-disclosure agreement on his channel, but then he was leaking the information elsewhere. This is always going to happen. This is human fucking nature. So this is asinine that they did it. I'm so upset. I am.
I for the longest time, for as long as I can fucking remember, for as long as I can remember, review copies have always been a fucking thing. You know, game publish, advertise. You need to fucking advertise the shit, okay? It's all very well fucking running TV ads, not shit, but you still need people reading reviews of a game. If people want to fucking buy a game, right, what's the fucking first thing they do? They look at how well that game has reviewed. They want to see what the general consensus is on how well that game has performed. And if they want to buy it in day fucking one, they can't just fucking go to anyone else because obviously they won't have the fucking game yet. It's fucking day one. They need to fucking go to the guys that review the fucking games because they got the fucking review copies early. It's like, is this game worth fucking getting? Let's go to a source I trust. You know, that I trust this kind of news source. I trust that fucking news source. This is why it's always been a thing. It's always been a goddamn thing for review copies to exist, so people can fucking review the shit and people can fucking see whether the game's fucking worth getting or not. If it's their kind of thing, if they like it, or whatever, they can see what's good about the game, what's bad about the game. They can weigh up whether it's worth their investment. Essentially, it's always been a goddamn thing, Phil. Why is he fucking freaking? But he's freaking out about this because he thinks he's going to get the plot spoiled to him. He thinks, oh, people are going to give me spoilers in my chat, and I'm going to know what the game's going to happen. Ah, no. Phil is thinking about himself first and foremost, and that's all. He's not worried about Super Blind Man having the game early because what's he going to fucking tell him? What spoilers can he fucking give him? What he hears, but that's essentially it.
Legit upset they keep doing this. No one needs this game early besides someone like an accessibility reviewer or someone who needs to review. Maybe, you know what? Digital Foundry. They should get it early. Why? Because they're not playing it for the gameplay, for the story. They're doing it for...
Oh, so now we've got two people on the entire planet allowed it.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
So that's two people on the entire planet that are allowed to fucking get the game early, and it's two people that feel like, there we fucking go. Thank you very much, Black Mentor Super Chat says he thinks the industry pro like Doritos Pope will leak the entire game. Absolute delusion. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see who's right, essentially. You know what I mean? If the game does actually leak, Phil will claim he was right all along. If the game doesn't leak, then Phil will just have to get reminded of the fact that he said it would happen and it didn't happen. And then Phil will memory hole it and claim he never said that. Two Big Bills has said, imagine if he got it, he'd bitch non-stop that he couldn't play it for the stream and he has no time to play it to review. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what fucking happened. I'm going to have to take a night off streaming so I can play this game and see what it's like. But I'm not able to tell you guys about it until, oh no, the poor me. He'd bitch and whine and moan for sure. And Barrett Wells is saying, so is he... Hang on, so Barrett Wells said, is he not worried about spoiling the game for his audience when he plays it on day one? I guess not, Barrett Wells, no. As soon as day one hits, it's fucking open season. As long as you get your fucking news from Phil Burnell. He is the only one that's allowed to spoil things for you. You're not allowed to spoil things for him, but he's allowed to spoil things for you. That's essentially the way it always is with Phil.
Technical aspect. They need to sit there and actually analyze how the game runs on PS4 versus PS5. They're going to put out technical data. They should get it early. You know, that's who should be getting it. Technical people and people who need to do it from a technical standpoint, not any Joe fucking schmo who's going to then, you know, the artisticness of the game and shit like that and spoiling the plot. I just don't get it. How on fucking earth have they not figured this out yet? I don't know. Anyone with common sense can figure this shit out. Apparently not a lot of people have it, including the bigwigs at these studios. Jasper Katie, you're a silly boy. He wants some pets and rubs here. There you go, buddy. He wants attention. All right. That is the news. It is time to do shout-outs. I have one shout-out to do. Let's take a look at it.
Bruh. Shut up, bitch!
It has Snorlax King, a $7 tip. And basically he says he's okay with whatever game I end up choosing for Friday. Which, again, I'm not deciding. I will decide today. But I'm glad. You know, here's the thing. I know that I have a viewing audience that will at least give it a shot. Although I do know that I also have a viewing audience that if they don't like a game, they're not going to stick around. I actually know that for a fact. There's going to be a select few. By the way, here's your animation, Snorlax. There's going to be a select few people who will tune into those streams. No matter what game I'm playing, they're going to tune in and they're going to support and they're going to be there. But then there's a lot of people who will come by just for the games they like, and they know I'm a variety streamer, right? So they know that, hey, if Phil chooses Mario plus Rabbids, and I don't like Mario plus Rabbids, I can tune in next stream and he's not playing Mario plus Rabbids, and I'll go to that stream and I'll support it. And I appreciate that. I really do. That's really been the key to my success and longevity, is that I'm not just a one-trick pony. I'm not just doing one thing. I'm constantly pivoting and shifting and doing variety. So if you don't like one project I'm working on, you can probably like at least another one. So that's why I have so many viewers and fans. It's funny because people are like, man, Phil, you only have like 300 people on your stream. I'm like, yeah, but YouTube says I have thousands of unique viewers a day. Because it's true. A lot of people come to the first stream, don't come to the second stream, and vice versa. They're all unique viewers, and then they're all here, they support, they contribute. That's how I'm successful. Not because I'm only catering to one section, but because I'm kind of a jack of all trades. Admittedly, I'm a master of none. But people aren't looking for me to...
A jack of all trades? Man, like a fucking jackass.
...be a master. They're just looking for me to cover stuff. Jasper, no. No. You can't be playing with... No. Come on. You can't play with the capture device. This is not good behavior. You've never done this before. Okay? Play with the PS5.
Fucking shut up, Jasper. Fuck it up, Jasper. Yay, disconnected it.
You can't do that. If you want to lay here, you can lay right here. You can't lay on. There you go. That's a good boy. That's okay.
Get into it, Jasper.
Okay?
Anarchy. 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 Get into it, Jasper.
Well, I guarantee you guys probably just heard a disconnect sound, didn't you? Because Jasper decided to lay completely on top of my capture device. And when, like I said, with my capture device, sadly, it's very finicky because it's so old. So when you move it or you lay on it, you hear doo-doo-doo, and then it doesn't work. Well, I'm going to test it right now. Let's see if it's working. Nope. It froze.
Yay.
It froze. This is a frozen screen right here.
Yay.
So I'm going to have to restart the stream in order to get the footage working for the game, which I knew was going to happen. Well, here's the thing. Here's what's going on, because I don't blame him. When I have my window open and the sun is out, which is on and off today, the sun hits the floor right there. And of course, that's where he loves to lay. He's going to lay where the sun is. Like, he's basking in the sun. Right now, he's literally laying on the floor, rolling back and forth on the rug in the sun, which is very cute. But the capture device was there. So he's like, oh, and he starts rolling on it and touching it. Oh, I can't do that, you know, like that. It turns it off. So it is what it is. It's not his fault. I'm not mad at him. But now I moved it, so hopefully it's out of the sun now, so hopefully now he won't touch it.
Fucking Jasper be like that. I see me rolling while he's hating and constantly sitting there masturbating. This DSP, fucking hell, man. I can't do what he fucking wants.
And I'll have to just restart the stream before we start with gameplay to get the capture device working again. Okay? Okay, so thank you, Snorlax King. Yeah, here's the thing. Like I said, because I'm a jack of all trades, I know that if people don't like Gotham Knights, they'll come back and watch a different stream. If they don't like Mario plus Rabbids, they'll come back and watch a different stream. But at this point, after such a slow and dead summer, I really need to reinvigorate this channel. I need to get people back on here watching my content regularly. So I need to do something. I need to be playing games that hopefully will bring people. So whatever I decide, I hope will be the right decision to bring in an audience and get people watching, subbing, becoming members, all the things that are critical to the success, the long-term success of this channel, I need to happen again. And it can't just be from a select small group of people. We have to start bringing in more people from the outside again. I want people, oh, wow, Phil's starting to cover all the new games. Oh, cool, I'm going to be checking out his channel every day now. That's what I need back, and hopefully we'll get that back in the next few weeks, okay? Sorlexing says, well, did Street Fighter 6 help? Or is it not building it up? Here's the thing. Absolutely. When I did Street Fighter 6, I'm not kidding, I got hundreds of subscribers over that weekend, and then what happened? The beta ended. I can't play Street Fighter 6. If the game came out, I probably would have retained that viewership and even grew further. But it was a 3-day limited thing. And when it ended, so did that attention. So a lot of people who were here for Street Fighter are like, oh, well, there's no Street Fighter 6 now. Maybe I'll come back when Phil plays it again. That sucks. What are you going to do? Nothing I can do about that. Madara thinks that this camera looks amazing. Again, the sharpness looks good. The brightness is bad. As you can see, I look clear and crisp and the background looks good. But as the sun's coming in and out of the clouds, you can see how the brightness is screwing up. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just the camera.
I will say this. I will say this. It's a definite improvement. On days like today, you know what I mean? Phil does look better than before, but that's not a good thing because he also looks horrible. He's horrible to look at. You get what I'm saying, though? The quality's better.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat, who reminds us all that it's only 5 days until he loses another... Well, 6 days, technically, Black Mage. It's the 23rd. On the 23rd itself, he loses it during the day stream. So I think I'm not sure if he'll lose it right at the start of the day stream, or if it will have. Or if it's halfway into the day stream. I'm not sure how exactly precise these things are in terms of expiring. But I do hope he turns on the day stream on the 23rd on the Sunday, and he just notices 100 fucking viewers plummeted off his total right there. That would be fucking hilarious. That'll be end game for Phil if he's not had his fucking 600 members goal hit by then. But yeah, Black Mage is reminding us all that Phil is very close to losing over 100 members because of an expired member bomb.
Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from Snow Carl.
The look on his face when he said his name, he fucking hates him, man. Look at his face when he fucking read his name.
Let's see here. I received a $1 tip.
Just look at his face go as soon as he fucking reads the name. Look how angry he looks.
From Snow Carl.
The eyes contract and everything. I mean, he looks so pissed off with him.
Snow Carl says, now that I'm manually triggering pop-ups for tips, there's no risk of abuse or bad word use. That is correct. As you say, it says so-and-so. I guess I could maybe see if I could edit that to say just like a supporter rather than so-and-so. Can I? I don't know if I can. I'm curious. Let me check something out. I can. I need to manually change it on each animation, but I can do that. I can make it say a supporter instead of so-and-so.
Well, we'll get an example though. Show us, Phil. Show us.
Hold on a second. I'm going to do that right now. This is going to take me literally like 2 minutes.
Literally.
And there's no reason for me not to do this.
By the way, he said literally so goddamn much, right? I cannot believe how much he said it. I will show you, right? Let's have a wee guess. How many times do you think Phil said literally yesterday? I'm only going to count yesterday's fucking stream. So, that was what date would it be? Actually, it's probably count it for that, actually. Now I think about it. Two seconds. But literally, guess how many... Let's have you guess. So 37, 69, 20. Fucking profit with 69. He said it so much yesterday. 23 results. He said the word literally 23 separate times yesterday. This is all the same podcast. This is all the same podcast. 23 separate occasions.
Since the name is no longer going to show up regardless. And therefore the animation will seem more interesting rather than saying so-and-so. It'll say a supporter has just tipped, yada, yada, yada. And I'll shout out the name myself, and I'll read the message. So Snow Carl inadvertently just allowed me to think to do this. So I will...
What do you mean Snow Carl inadvertently? He legit just told you, hey, you can do this now. And Phil's like, oh shit, you can. He had the idea, he told you what to fucking do, and now you're fucking shitting on him, pretending he didn't have a fucking idea.
We have an extra shout out to Snow Carl for reminding me about this live on the stream, even though that wasn't his intention. It still resulted in something very positive.
Wait. What wasn't his intention? What are you trying to insinuate, Phil? You're trying to insinuate that Snow Carl was trying to annoy you or something? Just tell us what you really fucking mean, Phil.
So thank you, Snow Carl, for the $1 tip, and thank you for the support. And now let's go on to what he's actually was saying. What he was saying is, would it be possible for me to add various different levels of animations, possibly for lower contributions? And what he's saying is, in this situation, for people who cannot tip the larger amounts or don't want to tip the larger amounts. So, for example, my animations for tips start at $4.20.
I've seen that. It makes perfect fucking sense to me. Phil, I can see why he's a bit snippy now, because he's seen that, but he's like, he wants, how dare that fucking cheap bastard demand an animation for me for only $1 fucking dollar. How fucking dare he? I started at $4.20 for a reason, you cheap bastards. How dare you? Peasants demand an animation for such a paltry amount.
And then there's a $5 level, a $6.66 level, a $10 level, a $20 level, a $50 level. There's actually a $30 level. And then there's a $75, a $100, a $150, and a $200. All those.
Oh, so much greed. So much fucking greed. I said it before and I'll say it again. Anybody can contribute anything on here, and it'll be the same animation, same sound thing. It'll be the same. Nobody gets special fucking treatment. It can be as low as you want. It can be as high as you fucking want. Although, I'll say fucking make sure you don't go crazy. Look after yourselves first and foremost.
Okay, are actually levels of support that I play animations for. So basically, what Snow Carl is asking is, could it be possible to add in even more levels of animations? For smaller contributions. So maybe someone just wants to tip $1 or $2 that they would get an animation. All right. I mean, do you want me to be honest? Of course it's possible. There's absolutely...
In the past, you didn't do it because you were fucking annoyed at people troll tipping you for those small amounts. That was an automatic process. Now it's a fucking manual process, and there's nothing stopping you from doing this. It's extra work for you. But it's a fucking manual process now for you to play the animations, and you can determine what goes on those animations. So there's legitimately no reason for you to not to do this. The automated process is gone. It's now a manual process, so that excuse has gone. So now you just got to be honest and tell them that you don't want to fucking do it.
Nothing stopping us from doing that. For me, I wanted to set it up so that basically if you're going to contribute a certain level, it feels like a big reward for that level, right? And
fuck off. No. You're fucking trying to change history. You're trying to change a story. You had it set up at that level because you're tired of the troll tippers getting an animation and their name shown up on screen for those small tips. People could fucking, give them like $1 tip and they would fucking play an animation for it. And it would fucking have like, some, troll name. Like, Liana was, underage, has they given Phil $1 or whatever. It's some kind of thing like that, so that's why he changed it. That's why he raised it to the minimum to be $4.20.
What I want to do is I want to kind of harken back to the early days of me streaming full time in 2017, because a lot of you probably weren't around watching. I remember specifically what happened. So let me save this here. Save. Supposedly this is all working now. So now if someone tips and I play an animation, it should say a supporter. We'll find out. I guess I'll see if it works or not. So in regards to what Snow Carl is suggesting, I want to tell you a story about back in the day, 5.5 years ago, when I started full-time streaming on Twitch. All right. I was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'd started off the playthrough with my old style, which is basically just play the game and ignore everyone like they're not even there, right? I'm playing this game for myself. I'm doing my own commentary. I'm filling dead air with my own stories and stupid, over-the-top sexualized jokes and humor. And at that point, when the adpocalypse hit, right when I was starting to play that game, I realized I needed to change. So right in the middle of the playthrough, I decided we're going to change this up. I'm now going to be an interactive streamer. I turned on things like the cheering and the subscriber notifications, all that stuff. And I tried to become an interactive streamer, okay? So at that point, I just used the defaults. And that was really stupid because I didn't understand how it worked. Those first few days of streaming, I had people coming into the streams and doing 10 bit cheer, 10-bit cheer, 10-bit cheer. Okay? This would make a series of pop-ups happen. So it was like non-stop pop-ups. Someone would come in and spend $5 and get like 50 pop-ups. And the whole stream was inundated with it. All right? And then, of course, this led to trolling. Dumb fucks who would say the dumbest things, insulting things in those messages. So it was just like non-stop insulting messages on the screen. So obviously real fast I learned this doesn't work. You can't just have it be unlimited. You have to have a threshold that someone has to hit in order to get a shout out. And I think we actually changed it. Go, man, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. I'll see you later, hopefully. Have a good nap. Hope you feel better. We eventually changed it. So I think originally it was like 50 bits. Then even then that was too low. We had to change it to like 100 bits. Like we had to find the sweet spot. Okay? Once we found the sweet spot, two things happened. Number one, the incentive to give larger contributions was there because if people wanted to get that on-screen recognition, they would have to do a little bit more. So it incentivized giving a little bit more and supporting the channel a little bit more.
And I will say, if I can emphasise your greed as well. Every time he says 50 bits, I just think of Dark Side of Flow. 50 bit cheer, 50 bit there, 50 bit bitch, put your hands in the air. Yeah, as soon as he said 50 bit, that song straight into my mind.
More than just say a nickel. Okay? That's number one. Number two, it stopped the spam because there were people who were actively coming in and doing this spam and it was destroying everything. Okay? So here's the good news is because everything is manual now, it's not even possible to have spam. It's just not. If someone came on here and tried to tip $1, $1, and every dollar was an insulting message, I could just fucking ignore it. You guys would even know, you know? So that's the good news about it. I'm controlling everything. So you literally don't know of any malicious activity with tipping because it can't even exist. Because I control it all now. That's the good news. The bad news is, what Snow Carl is saying actually is quite true. Because there's no more automation, all right? It may make less incentive for people to tip because they like the whole automated tip popping up. What I can tell you is thank you because in the last 2 weeks that I had to change the way the tips came in, for the most part, I have not seen a decline in tips at all. In fact, it's pretty much in line with what I would normally get. So it's not like, oh, it's really ruining Phil and his business that he doesn't use Stream Elements anymore. It's actually not the case. Nothing's really changed. In fact, if anything, it's cleaner now because now you don't have idiots coming in with troll tips. You know, all that's gone. But you're right. Maybe what we'd like to do is long-term, and this isn't something I'm going to fix overnight, perhaps long-term, what we can do is we can sit down and look at levels. And maybe there should be a $1 level. Maybe there should be like a $2.50 level. I don't want to do $1 million. Here's why. Because then what's going to end up, you're going to have a $1, a $2, a $3, a $4, a $5, a $10, a $20, a $30, a $40, $50, $60. You'll have 400 animations. It's going to become too much for
No, Phil, let's be honest here. You don't need... This is what you need, okay, Phil? These are the perfect amounts of Phil, right? So in my opinion, so actually we don't actually fucking have to take my opinion for it. Let's go to the tips tracker, shall we, guys, and see what the kind of average is, okay? A lot of $1 are on there. There's some $2, there's some $3, there's some $5, but a lot of these are $1 and $2. Very rarely will you get double digits. The majority of these, I mean, it makes perfect fucking sense to have a $1 tip animation because it's the most regular kind of thing. He has a $200 tip animation. How many times has he got to use it? Let's actually count. Let's count, okay? How many times has he had to use the $200 tip animation? I've got one so far, essentially. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not actually been that many fucking times. I kind of forgot, you know, this. I was counting $200, but I was also counting numbers on the left hand side of the fucking screen there. I may have made more sense if I fucking included that in there. There you go. Let's start. So how more? So actually, can I just filter it by column? Actually, here's what I fucking do. Sort it their fucking way. How many $200 have there been? There you fucking go. That's the easiest fucking way to do it. My bumbling, stumbling, for fuck's sake, I scrolled in. So these are the highest tips Phil's ever got. $1,000 from Jax Raxer. Well, obviously these are the highest recorded tips he's got since, you know, April of last year. Just to put that in perspective. $1,000 from Jack Straxer, $520 from Dovich, $500 one time from The Devil UK. But $200 does not happen a huge amount. It has happened, how many times? 15 times. 15 separate occasions within the last, a year and a half. Jorel Tractor says, Phil actually believes that the animations are tangible and substantive. A reward for giving him money. It's fucking unreal, isn't it? It's fucking unreal. I mean, my animations are nice to be reward because people love that tune. I love that wee tune. It's a tune that sells it, but also wee Pixar's animation. You know what I mean? It's quality, but yeah, it's one of those things. But Phil's shitty wee animations, it's like nobody really cares about that shit. And it's always like fan made ones as well. It's unreal. But you can see though. So the majority. So Phil keeping $100. $100 makes sense. I think $100 should be the limit. Phil should have things like, $1, $2, $5, and I'll say 420, 666, 10, 15, 20, 25, then 50, and then 100. Those are animations Phil should have, in my opinion. Those make most sense to me. Anything more than that is just a bit excessive and stupid, in my opinion. That's my take on it though.
Me to manage. Like, just to give you perspective right now, when you guys are tipping, I'm looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different animation options on my screen. I'm already running out of room on one screen to just click on an option to play an animation. So the more I add, the more I'm convoluting it, the more overcomplicated I'm making it. You want this to be a simple, streamlined process. Someone tips, I catch it, I shout it out, I play an animation, we move on, right? Now, well, $5, $10, $20, $31 tips came in, so now I have to keep clicking and talking and clicking and talking and clicking and talking, It's actually nice that for the smaller contributions, I'm not constantly clicking animations. And let's be honest, yes, it makes it feel like there's a better reward for those who are contributing more when the animation...
There's a better reward for you because you're getting more money for it, you prick. You greedy bastard. Just fucking admit it. You don't want to fucking do that effort for such little rewards. You don't think it's worth your fucking effort to fucking click this 20 times a fucking stream because you're only getting $20 for it. You lazy bastard. Just admit the fucking truth, you greedy lazy bastard.
Are reserved for those who are gifting more. Yes, it kind of goes hand in hand. So I'm not shooting it down, but I'm also not saying let's do it. I said let's talk about it. Let's get the discussion going. What would be maybe a happy medium? What would be a place for us to make a compromise in the middle and say, so what would be the better? Because I'll tell you right now, $1, it ain't gonna work. $1 is too little. $1 is disposable money for...
Fuck, oh my fucking god, he said it. Okay, rewind. Hear it again.
So what would be the better... Because I'll tell you right now, $1, it ain't gonna work. $1 is too little. $1 is disposable money for people who will come on here and tear $1.
Wow. Okay. $1 is disposable money for people. Phil does not value $1. Let's have a wee guessing game, guys. How much do we think Phil has made in $1 contributions? But I'm going to count these. I'm going to count everything in this fucking column here. He records all these as $1 tips. He actually recorded this $1.99 tip. Yeah, so I'll go full screen, guys. Sorry, I'll go full screen. He recorded this $1.99 tip as $1. Although, strangely enough, he recorded that as $2. Even though it's bizarre. Phil's fucking weird. Right, I'm going to select every single fucking dollar here, right? How much do I think it's going to be? This might take a while. We might be here sometime. We're still going. Down, more. How many? Jesus Christ, man. Hang on, I'm going to just let go. I was doing it by mouse, but I'm just going to do it with fucking keyboard now. I feel a lot safer doing it with fucking keyboard. Jesus Christ, man, how much further do we have? Hang on. Sweet fucking Jesus, man. I did not anticipate this to be fucking... Okay. Can I speed this shit up? Can I... What hit page down? Page down is faster. Okay, page down. That's a fucking... I'm holding shift and page down and I'm selected. Okay, that's way faster. way faster doing page down, man. I should have done that in fucking first place, man. Here we go. We're getting to... There we go. We got to the bottom, lads. So, these $1 tips equate to Phil receiving $9,268.43. Every single... So Phil is not valuing these dollar tips whatsoever. They're not worth an animation. Phil has received over $9,000 in $1 tips, going by his metric. He has received 6,443 tips.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says, I give up. Western cultures failed joining ISIS. Aye, it's fucking unbelievable. Keep in, Phil registered these tips. He technically counted these as $6,443. In reality, it was $9,268. He was recording these as $1 tips, but a lot of them are $1.49, $1.50, and so on. Because Phil always rounded down. Apart from one time ever, he always rounded down the way. Every single, so that's what I'm saying, there is 6,443 examples here of Phil claiming these are $1 tips when in fact they were not. They were actually, you know, there were usually more than that. It's only recently he's actually fucking getting tips that are able to be $1. It's a very recent thing. See, it's not many $1 tips on here at all. It only started very recently. Because of the PayPal Me thing happening. Ah, for fuck's sake, man. There you go. That was a fun week. I didn't expect it to take fucking long, but there you go. Phil does not value a dollar, but it all adds up.
Let's get the discussion going. What would be maybe a happy medium?
One more time?
What would be a place for us to make a compromise in the middle and say, so what would be the better? Because I'll tell you right now, a dollar, it ain't going to work. A dollar's too little. A dollar is disposable money for people who come on here and they're a dollar. And the next thing you know, I have to play 400 animations, you know, within 2 days. Like, Jesus.
That means you would have $200 within, you know, each day. That's more than what you ask for. What's wrong with that, Phil? You would be getting your money. It's a good thing for you. I genuinely... I just can't understand this fucking moron. This guy's so fucking dumb. He is literally fucking complaining about the possibility of getting $200 in single dollar amounts each. 200 separate tips at $1 each per stream. Phil would think it's a nightmare scenario. No, that's amazing. I'd fucking love it if that happened to me. Jesus Christ.
That's too much, in my opinion. So we'd have to find, right now it's $4.20. That was the lowest you could tip to get an animation. All right. So, and that's still the same. It's at $4.20 is the lowest. So do you want to have one in the middle? Like maybe $2 or $2.50, something like that. Maybe add that a new level, a lower level. I'd maybe be willing to do that. But there's no way it can be $1. That's way too little. Most content creators don't even do that. Like most content creators have their animations way higher up than me. So, you know, I actually am giving out more in conjunction with that than a lot of other people. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right. Thank you, Snow Carl. Well, guys, this has been a fun podcast. I'm happy to have my window open today and have natural light in here. And I'm happy that you guys are chilling with me. I think it's time to end the show. And I do think that it is time for us to begin with the conclusion of Evil Within. It's very bright in here. I'm thinking, sadly, even though it's cool, which is nice, I'm enjoying the fall weather, I might have to close the blinds. It's very bright in here with the sun coming in.
You fucking pasty vampire motherfucker. Jesus Christ, man. Right, guys, you know the drill. Prepare yourself for a jump scare.
Now, hopefully what will happen is over the course of the stream, there'll be more clouds out there, and maybe I can open the blinds again. But doesn't it look way too bright? I'm going to be trying to play Evil Within. Is this bright? It's going to look crazy. Right?
And actually, this is... What, guys, honest opinion. Never mind how ugly a motherfucker Phil is, right? This, from a performance of a camera perspective, this looks good. It's actually better than usual in terms of just how the camera is performing and the light you get in that room. To me, this is an improvement. I'm not saying it's fucking good seeing Phil. Phil's an ugly bastard. We don't like seeing Phil. I'm not trying to say that. But I'm just talking about the actual performance of the camera. Isn't this an improvement? Phil thinks this is fucking terrible for him. Even though there's a lot of fucking true natural light in that fucking room. I think it looks great. because you can actually fucking you can look at his hair, for example. It's not just, you can actually see his hair a lot better than usual. You know what I mean? As in you fucking see individual strands of fucking hair. It's not just, you know, like a black fucking wig or something, like, you know, you can actually see his hair quite better. You can see a lot more better detail. Yes, it's ugly ass DSP, but the camera is doing well in these conditions. That is the point I'm trying to make. And Phil's like, oh shit, this is too bright. Oh no, I hate this, not shit. This is like, the camera's doing great, Phil. And you're fucking bitching and whining and moaning about it. Because what? It's like your fucking skin's burning up or something. But what? How? It's cloudy.
Right? By the way, shout out to Evil Gandhi, who just did a super chat. Thank you to Evil Gandhi for the super chat. I appreciate that. And he used the Laughing Man logo from Ghost in the Shell standalone comp.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Barrett Wells, for super chat. It says, I watched Wesley Snipes' Blade last night, and there were more healthy looking motherfuckers in that movie than in the Burnell household. That's a sick burn, but I'm inclined to agree with you. Yeah, that's Phil never looks that fucking healthy. Yeah. Prophet says in chat, he's running the cam at 1080p with the correct software. Just needs to disable autofocus and the white balance. There you fucking go. It's a definite improvement. I mean, I said this before, guys. Right? Let me pull up an old podcast. Let me go to his channel, right, and just pull up an old podcast from, you know, like 2 weeks ago or something, or 3 weeks ago, before he had a new camera. When did he get a new camera? Hang on. I think it's a safe one to use. I mean, fucking like September the 4th. Okay. Play.
I just bought the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga.
This is the old one, right? So, old, new. Old, new. Old, new. It's clear as fucking day. Sweet baby Jesus, man. It's a huge fucking improvement quality-wise.
Complex, the anime, which I actually watched and owned back in the day and really enjoy. So it's cool that you did. I like that. I like that logo. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to look a little better. Hold on. Because it's... Jasper, I'm very sorry. I have to close the window. He's going to be upset. He's laying right in it right now. He's going to be very upset with me when I do this. He's really enjoying basking in the sun right now. He's going to be pissed at me. Jasper, I'm sorry, but I can't play the game. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I can't see my television because there's so much light on the floor reflecting off my white carpet. I can't even see the TV. The glare from the rug is blinding me from looking at my television screen. So I have to close the blinds.
Wow. Okay, this is about to get a lot worse quality-wise. He's like, oh, is this how Super Blind Man feels all the time? I can't see.
Jasper, you're going to be very upset. You are. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. Man. He immediately got disappointed. I hate that. His face, he's looking at me like, why'd you do that? Shout out to Chef D, who re-upped his membership for 4 months and says, what's good, everyone? What's going on, Chef?
So, I just want to get perspective-wise, this is what it is now. This is Phil now.
Welcome to the stream and thank you for the ongoing support.
Okay, so this is Phil now, the light setting. So this was before, hang on, before? So that was before?
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot to talk about this. Jade wants to know. All right, final segment. Jade says, how did everything go last night with the Patreon videos? It went pretty well, but not as smoothly as I would have liked. It took me about 3 hours.
I completely forgot about the Patreon videos. I'm not going to lie. I completely forgot about that shit.
To film all the Patreon private React videos last night. And I did a variety of topics. I did more K-pop videos. I did more videos that were about like space-time calculations and metaphysics. And then there was a video about the history of humans. Like Neanderthals, but other types of early humans and stuff like that, which was really neat. I actually really enjoyed that one.
Guys, Philip Burnell's missing link. We solved it.
There was another one that I don't know if the person wants me to talk about it. It was basically me reacting to a bunch of inspirational videos. And that was it. But I don't know if that's one that's going to be super private or if they're going to put that out for public consumption. That's up to them. Remember, when you purchase a private React video from me, that's your property. You can do whatever you want with it. It's totally up to you. You keep it for yourself, share it with your friends, put it publicly on the internet. It's yours to go with and do whatever you want. But one problem that I'm having is that last night, one of the videos that I made that has K-pop in it got blocked worldwide because one of the things that I reacted to, sadly, was blocked by the company that I guess owns the rights. So I don't really know what to do about it because I'm looking at it and I'm like I can't. I could try uploading to a third-party site, but there's no guarantee it's going to work. Some of the third-party sites make you pay for a membership to even have someone else be able to see it or download it, which is really stupid. I can't, like, I was thinking, gee, maybe I can edit it and edit out the video that, because it was a series like 5 songs. Maybe I can edit out the one song that got claimed. But as I'm looking at, even though I'm looking at that, it doesn't, I don't know if it's going to work. Like, I can maybe edit it once, but it's not giving me the option to, like, export multiple, which I can do on DSP Gaming. It's really weird how YouTube works. I can do things on DSP Gaming that I can't do on my other channels. And that I don't understand at all. Like, why is it that I can, on DSP Gaming, when I have a stream, and let's say a video corrupts, oh shit. So what I can do is I can isolate a portion of the stream and export it as a separate video. But it doesn't affect the archive stream. The archive stream's still intact, but I'm exporting a portion of the stream as a new video. All right? I can't do that on my other YouTube channels. When I try to do it, it just says, oh, you're permanently editing the stream itself down.
Oh, you actually use your other... So are you using like the old King of Fate Vlogs channel? As... Why? Why? Phil, why? Yeah, MRC Midnight has several YouTube channels. He had the King of Fate Vlogs channel. He has Kale Gaming. He has his old Dark Side Phil channel, which he stopped using before he went to DSP Gaming. That was like fucking, 2006 to 2009 or something. Or 2011 or so. It's bizarre. It's fucking bizarre to me. Why is he not using his own fucking YouTube channel? Why is he using his other YouTube channels, which are apparently an archive? These channels are meant to be an archive of his old shit, and he's using them for his private Patreon React shit. Why?
To make this new video, but why could I do it on DSP Gaming? It's like DSP Gaming has features that my other channels don't have, but they're the same. Like, I don't get it.
But why are you not using DSP Gaming? Just use DSP Gaming, you dumb motherfucker. Barrett Wells is asking, are privated vids able to have monetization on them by having it hosted on Phil's channel? Is he trying to get ad revenue if his Patreon doesn't download it? I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. I'm not too sure about Barrett Wells, sorry. Train's saying it because DSP Gaming is just for gaming. Yeah, exactly. Two Big Bill says if he uploaded something that got one of his other channels knocked out, would he potentially get hit with the ban evasion from Susan? That's why. That is why, Two Big Bills. I think you've hit the nail on the fucking head. He is afraid to do these react videos on DSP Gaming in case he does actually get hit by YouTube and get, Susan comes and fucking just eats his channel. That is why. That'll be exactly, you fucking hit the nail on the head, right? Two Big Bills. Prophet saying it probably has to do with the fact that DSP Gaming is the only monetized channel. That's possible, aye. But yeah, Phil is using his other channels just in case he gets in trouble uploading these videos. So he's using his other backup channels, his fucking archive channels essentially. Because he does not want to risk DSP Gaming getting hit with anything when he's reacting to this shit.
Maybe YouTube gives channels features if they're considered trusted channels or if they've been around for a long time or if they're of a certain size and just doesn't say it. I have no idea. I was shocked when 2 months ago I got 2 false copyright strikes against DSP Gaming. I still was able to upload and stream. A lot of people lose their ability to do that. I didn't. And I'm like, am I because I'm considered a different category because I've been around for so long? I have no clue. I don't know how it works. Okay. So guys, thank you very much for a great podcast. Let's end the show. Let's shift over. Like I said, sadly I have to restart the stream because the capture device did malfunction. So I got to restart the stream in order to get the video working. But then we're going to finish Evil Within. If we finish early, we'll have capability. We'll have the capability to maybe do some Q&A, or if you want me to try to do something else, like I said, Overwatch, we could do that. But there's one final thing that I have to say before we adjourn.
Jump scare time.
Happy Halloween.
Predictable, boring bastard.
Okay. I did it again. All right. So. Let's see here. So that's good, but as you can see, it's frozen. So I need to restart. Let's restart. All right? Just give me a minute. I'm just going to stop the stream, close the software, open the software, and hopefully it works again. I'll be right back.
Shut up, bitch!
All right, the stream should be coming back. I just got to wait like a minute for everyone to be able to see it.
Shut your
I
hole.
apologize, I had to do that, but when the capture device malfunctions, I have to do that. It sucks. What can you do? Right? I'm backing out. Can everyone see? The light bulb of my lamp is like aimed at my face and it's bothering me, so I need to adjust that.
Bruh.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
That should be better.
Shut the fuck
And the capture device still works? Okay, I didn't destroy it by moving. Okay, that's much better. All right, are we good? Everything's good? Okay, I'm just going to briefly use the restroom, so I'm going to do like I usually do. I'm just going to mute the mic, run next door, use the restroom, come right back. Not going to run an ad or nothing because I'm not about that. All right, guys, I'll be right back, and then we finish Evil Within. Thanks, I'll be here in a sec.
Yeah, I'm just kind of spamming the soundboard. That's right. I'm able to fast forward. I am a whole 55 minutes behind live DSP, 56 minutes behind live DSP. So yeah, I'm in a position where I can fast forward. So I guess I'll just do that right now. Spam the right arrow key as much as I can. Hurry up, Phil. Hurry up.
Taking over.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, here we go.
Breaking news. Who's ready for breaking news? Jennifer Hale, the voice actress who has taken over the voice of Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3, has made a social media post while I was pissing. No, actually she did about 50 minutes ago. And the social media post essentially says everything that we believe or knew. She's under an NDA and she can't say anything about the game. But she says, if you look at my history, you would understand who I am as a person and what I believe. And also she says, I also want you to understand that this game is made by a team of people who worked hard on it, and not to just do any kind of action based on one particular thing, but you have to look at the giant big picture. So essentially, here's what Jennifer Hale says in a nutshell without being able to say it. I support Helena Taylor. I actually believe she should have gotten paid more money for this role. It's ridiculous, you know, that this is the case, but I can't say that because I'm actually on the game. But at the same time...
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you, Black Mage, for Super Chat. It says pancreatic cancer is funnier than his comedy attempt. That's a lot of things are funnier than, you know, Phil's comedy, you know, like having a really painful shite is more funny than fucking Phil's comedy, you know, like fucking, you know, seeing a whole bunch of, you know, small children crying their eyes out is funnier than Phil's comedy. I could go on and on. Yeah, Phil's just fucking nonsense, just nonsensical jackass. Yeah, I fucking done a DSP went with scat humour. I feel terrible now. I done a DSP shit. But yeah, Phil being a bit lazy with his reporting here. He just kind of, he's not given the brief summary of what was tweeted. He seems to be giving his own interpretation of it, which is also a dangerous thing to do because he's literally putting words in someone else's mouth here, which is not a good thing to do when you're trying to convey news to people. This is breaking news, and he's not really presenting it as news. He is basically just trying to put words in other people's mouths, as usual.
By the way, I'm in the game, so buy the game, because if you don't, you're kind of screwing me and everyone else over. So there you go. There you go. Okay, I received a $1 tip, all right, from an anonymous tipper, who says, do tip ranges instead of specific amounts, except for special ones like $4.20, like $1 to $5, $5 to $10, $10 to $20. That's what most Twitch streamers do anyway. That's what I do now. That's literally what I do right now. If the first level to get an animation is exactly $4.20. Then the first category is $5 to $9.99. The next category is $10 to $19.99. The next category is $20 to $29.99. See, the only other specific amount is $6.66. So that's what I'm doing now. All right. So, yeah. If this is the case, then what Snowcall was asking for was for me to have a lower category. Like, can I have like a $1 to $3 category? To which I'm saying no. What I would prefer to do is have it be more, you know, higher than that, because I am afraid that if I make it $1, you're gonna have people coming in here and spamming $1 tip, $1 tip, $1 tip, $1 tip, and demanding an animation every time. By the way, I should call this out because I forgot to mention it. Twitch, what the frick? PayPal takes a lot from each tip. They have a flat rate that they take. If you tip $1, they take almost half of that. So every time someone tips $1, like Snow Carl, I don't make $1. I make like 50 cents. All right? PayPal takes that cut. But if you tip a larger amount, it's more negated. So, for example, if you're tipping $5 and they take, I don't know, like a 60, 70-cent cut, that's obviously way better than you tipping me $1 and they took half.
No, it's better for you, you greedy bastards. Greedy for you because you get more fucking money. Yeah, sticky man, but he's actually rehashing this shit, yeah. No, if somebody wants to give you a fucking dollar, then that's their fucking money to do. You're asking them to give you more money so you get more money. But it's their fucking money you're asking of. You're not asking, you're for fuck's sake, Phil, you greedy son of a bitch, you greedy fucking, what a greedy bastard, man. What PayPal does with the money that they tip you is not their fucking problem. That's a you problem, Phil. It's not their fucking problem. They want to give you a fucking dollar and only a fucking dollar. You should be fucking thankful for that fucking dollar. You shouldn't start bitching and whining about PayPal taking certain cuts and all that shit. This motherfucker, he has annoyed me tonight.
You see my point? So I don't want people sitting here saying, oh, I want 1 million animations today. $1, $1, and I end up getting $5 for 10 tips. When if they had just tipped the $10, I would have had 9 something. Do you see my point? I hope you do. Okay. Spawn Killer re-upped their membership for 19 months at a super supporter level. He said, I got out of surgery today. I'll be in a slit knot for 4 weeks. Therapy is going to suck. I'm very sorry to hear this. I hope you have a speedy recovery. I hope you feel better. And with all the hot new games coming out, very soon, hopefully I'll entertain you when you're, you're hard up there, stuck in bed or wherever you're going to be. Hopefully you enjoy the content and you have a good time. Thank you for the ongoing support. Local Nomad has re-upped his membership for 18 weeks and did the DSP waving emo. What's going on, Local Nomad? Good to see you. All right,
Robert saying, isn't PayPal instant transfer fee only 5%? I don't know. PayPal confuses me. Like, anytime I am given money from you guys by tips, I don't get the full amount. I don't know if there's anything I can do to get the full amount. I don't think there is. It's just all I know is that as soon as I get a tip, PayPal seem to immediately take a slice of that. I did contact PayPal to try and get my account setting changed to like a, it kind of favours smaller tips. If somebody that's used to getting smaller contributions, like which I'm happy to get anyway, anything, but PayPal don't take as big a cut essentially. So if I get tipped £5, which Meth Bear tipped me £5 recently, which I was very thankful for, I got £4.65 of that. YouTube took 35p off me, and that's what it is. So it's one of those things that just happens. But I'm still happy to get £4.65. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to fucking complain and bitch and whine like Phil does about PayPal took some of my money. He should have tipped more. Fuck off, Phil. No, but but I don't know if there's anything. But PayPal confuses me and scares me sometimes, and all, especially with fucking chargeback shit that happens with Phil. I'm terrified of some Phil Denthead trying that shit with me. So that's just. But yeah, from my experience with PayPal, that's what it's like for me.
Final thing to say before I start. This is the finale. We're going to finish this up. I don't know how long it's going to take me. If we end early, we have options. We can do Q&A. I can maybe try Overwatch, whatever you guys want. Although I think I deleted Overwatch. I think I got pissed off and I deleted Overwatch. I'm serious. I think I did. No, I still got it on here. I deleted it from my PS5. That's what I did. I deleted it from my PS5. So we can do that. It's up to you guys. But please, this is the conclusion. It would be great to support the stream today. Like I said, right now, tips would be preferred simply because this is a situation where my day off's Thursday. All tips now are going to my day off Thursday. I have enough to pay, luckily, my utility bill for the week. But, I don't get paid by YouTube till Friday at the earliest, so it doesn't help me for my day off Thursday. Thank you in advance to anyone who tips to help support me. Have a good day off, all right? Shout out to Jack Anderson, who re-upped his membership for 10 months. Is loving you, Phil. Love your content. Thank you, Jack. Shout out to Dietrich, who did the super chat and says the bank never loses. Shout out to Uncle Sam. There you go. Well, actually, I guess the bank should lose, except Uncle Sam bails them out, right? That's really the truth of the matter is the bank does lose and makes bad decisions. But for some reason, our government likes to just save them from their bad decisions. I don't know why they don't have consequences like the rest of us, but I guess that's life, right? Those in power, those with money, get everything. Us at the bottom, we get the boot. We get the nice heel crushing us down like a slug.
Hold on a fucking second. Mr. fucking $100,000 per year in fan contributions is saying he's at the fucking bottom. Are you fucking shitting me? This motherfucker lives an absolute fucking privileged lifestyle where he doesn't have to worry about fucking actually doing real work. He's a perpetual fucking man-child that gets to fucking play games all fucking day and get his fucking pocket money for meals and days off from his dent-headed fans, and he's saying he's at the fucking bottom at the rest of the fucking system. No. Phil lives a fucking privileged lifestyle. Joel L. Tractor makes a fucking excellent point. The government bailed him out of his own fucking debt with a bankruptcy. He's fucking bitching me $130,000 for credit card debt wiped off your fucking name, thanks to the US fucking government being incompetent shitheads and approving that fucking bankruptcy. This motherfucker's having a bitchin' moan fest about the fucking banks getting bailed out. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
On the pavement. I'm sorry, that's a little cynical. I got a tip, a $4.20 tip from an anonymous tipper, and it says Mario sends his regards. Mario. You mean the Italian plumber from Brooklyn, Mario, who traveled to the Mushroom Kingdom to fight Dennis Hopper Koopa to save an alternate dimension? Cool. Thank you, Mario, also known as Bob Hoskins. I appreciate your tip. Thank you very much to the anonymous tipper. All right. Thank you for the shout out, Mario. Sending his regards. Okay. Here we go. Let's finish this. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're heading into the final gauntlets of stuff. Dude, were we not at 15,998 yesterday? I swear to God we were. And now we're at 991. I think I'm never going to hit 16,000 points. I think there's something working against me. Someone's stealing my points every day. I firmly believe this. What's going on, Turtle Dude? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Here we go. Yada ta ta ta. Yada ta ta ta. All right. So this is going to be the beginning of chapter 14. Remember what just happened, right? Kidman turned on us. Kidman betrayed us and revealed herself to be a sleeper agent for someone trying to kill, what's his name, Leslie? Because according to her, if Ruvik gets control of Leslie, it's more dangerous than any alternative.
Is that the start? Is that the end of bingo? Hang on, did he start record? Two things.
Yada ta ta ta.
He didn't say a thing about starting recording, so I wasn't sure.
Yada ta ta ta. All right. So this is going to be the beginning of chapter 14. Remember what just happened?
Okay, I actually think he is actually fucking recording now. That was him. He was doing it quietly, but I was looking at him. It looks like he's recording now for YouTube now. So that is the end of bingo, guys. We were 2 away from a full house. Somehow he didn't say engagement. Reality is one of those things that sometimes says it and sometimes doesn't. But he had so many chances to say fucking engagement, and it didn't. And it's like, why? It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable. But yeah, that's the end of bingo, guys. I'm sorry, that is the end of fucking bingo. And yeah, it is what it is. Nothing I can do. Bug bingo mechanics, dude. You know, that's just fucking life. Let's see where Phil's at.
Money,
Oh, wait a second.
yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for Super Chat. It says, big ups to Liz Truss, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, for increasing the value of my freedom bucks in Scotland. Thank you very much, Black Mage, for that. And yeah, today Scotland's First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, was announced that if Scotland did become independent, there would be a Scottish pound as a currency. So, yeah, there we go. If the Scots do get their independence, we would have our own Scottish pound. We'd call it the poon. That's what we do anyway. The Scots butcher all sorts of fucking, words anyway. And, we say poon instead of pound. How much is that? £5. But it is what it is. But there you go. I got to be honest, I cannot see Scotland becoming independent. I kind of like the idea of it happening, but I cannot see it actually happening successfully. But who knows? You never know what the future holds, you know what I mean? But part of me thinks that Scotland would do well, and part of me is terrified at the thought of Scotland trying to do well on its own. It's one of those kind of things. Give more blood saying Scotland's currency, tea cakes and Afghan heroin. For fuck's sake. I got dark very quickly. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it. Actually, before I end, let's see where Phil's at. He's only got $13 in tips before starting gameplay. We're an hour behind. Well, 55 minutes behind. So let's hit live and see where he's at. Come on, load you bastard. Hold on.
I guess
$51. Currently, Phil's at $51. He's got his current glasses. Fucking hooray for that garbage shite. Hallelujah. Well, there you fucking go. Right, okay, so that is the end of bingo though, guys. Thank you very much for joining us for some bingo. I do appreciate it. Thank you for keeping an eye on the card. I missed some things in the card, and you guys made sure. I was like, hey, you dumb bastard, you missed that, you missed this, you missed that, and I caught it thanks to you guys. So I do appreciate all your help, as usual, guys. I appreciate all your support as well. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for super chats. I appreciate anything people are willing to give me. You're so fucking kind and generous. And that's what I'm saying. I'm always trying to get, I'd love it if these bingo cards were more successful so I can give back to you guys more often. It's just one of those things. It's like you guys are also fucking generous and kind to me, you know what I mean? So we'll try again tomorrow for some more DSP bingo. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a full house. We're close today. But it is what it is. I'm going to end today's stream how I always end today's stream. We're going to play notorious PIG contributions made by extremely talented Pixar Animations. So until tomorrow, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, however you wish to spend it. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I'll catch you I can't fucking speak ever. Enjoy the rest of your fucking night, essentially. And if you wish to join me for some more DSP bingo tomorrow, you're more than welcome to join me. Until then, have a good one, guys. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.